last time we played, it's been a minute since we played, we had like our mechanics going through and helping his father out. A couple of tasks. One of these tasks ended with us raiding a compound of a I'm gonna call him a dirty crime lord.
An upstanding crime lord.
Yes. On Palaven, the homeworld of the Turians. And we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger where Artanix had an enemy dead to rights. Okay. He did. And you roll a crit on it, actually.
And he went left.
What the crit? Wah, wah. You were about to pull the trigger on your pistol, and I ended the session.
Who was the enemy, though?
Well, that's the thing. You blinked right before you pulled the trigger, and the Turian enemy that you saw standing in front of you was now a very familiar-looking Solarian.
Because I was hallucinating, right?
I don't know, were you?
Okay, yeah. This thing.
Roll hallucination check.
So that's where we left off. And we're going to pick up. We're going to move you guys from,
There. Everybody got a nice shot of my cleavage.
Move you guys there.
It's cleavage.
Cleavage.
This is going to be weird.
Need a brosier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. Wait, no, I do this. Select all. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I'm fucking with the. Aha! Okay. Roll20 added some new features, and I'm still trying to figure them out. So we're gonna do yep.
Yeah.
And there he is. All right.
Well, I'm gonna go have a Monte Cristo Dragon Blues now.
Better with raspberry jam. Not that maple syrup. It's okay with me.
So, other than that, there really. You were experiencing some other hallucinations at the same time, where the lights would flash or you would blink, and you weren't where you thought you were, or you weren't seeing what you thought you were seeing.
Do you see what I see?
So now, we start the session.
It's still too early.
Said the tour.
Like at the doctor's hideout.
Down his gun.
Oh, alright. So Jesse, John, Jared, and Minor, you've all been sitting in the doctor's operating facility while he's been working on Artanix for the past couple of hours, and you're all just dozing off, kind of fiddling, you know. Just fidgeting.
Was the mission real? Like, were we on Palavan just now, or have we been here the whole time?
You're right where you are, John.
Okay, all right.
I'm still taking experience for that.
All right.
I gave it to you. Can't take it back.
Mental experience.
If we invaded a palace on Palavan, that's what happened. So I'm taking experience.
We're sitting playing like D&D.
Yeah. So my character, he grabs the dragon orb, right?
Trapdoor, stop eating the figures.
Yeah, you guys are just kind of sitting there. It's been about 5 or 6 hours that Artanix has been in surgery. The doctors has been working tirelessly to re-situate Artanix back into, you know, the realm of the living.
One Piece.
I left them all in one piece.
Yeah.
I feel like Jesse's saying things.
He is saying things, but I can't hear him. I'm gonna turn the music down. I'm gonna boost him.
Move.
How about now, Jess?
I was just saying, if it was me in there, I would have had it done by now.
Ah. Well, it's not you in there, so... I mean, would you like to go in there and check on his progress?
I'm sure it's insufficient either way.
Yeah. You guys just hanging out?
Trapdoor's coming out of whatever it was we were just going through. Whoa, man. Brother, what was that all about?
That thing where you put your fingers up and you can see, you know, the
Yeah.
floating
They
thing
look
in the
like
middle.
they're touching, but they're not, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that. Oh.
Yeah, I figured.
Hate it.
Hate it.
I guess I'll hail the ship and then see what's like. Is there anything like coming in the system? Are we good?
I forget which one's the radio guy. Either Darth or Rarth.
Darth or
Darth. Sorry, Rarth.
Garth.
Rarth comes back.
Where's Barth?
No, everything seems fine.
Okay.
We've just been sitting here, hanging out. How are things going down there?
Slowly. They're not.
What did you find? Didn't you rummage through the doctor's
I did.
room or something?
Yeah.
How are things going down there? Well, he's on a nice magazine.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you guys didn't really find anything.
No.
You didn't get any dirt on the doctor that you were
Trying to find.
Hoping to find?
We
Trying to
left
find?
a present for him in his bathroom, though.
A calling card, if you will.
Rarfast, would you like me to get Jafine on the radio and see if she has she can assist the doctor in any way?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. A few moments pass, and Jafine comes over the comms and she says, hey, you guys have been down there for a few hours. How long has the doctor been, in operation? And she goes like, I can come check and see, but it's gonna take a few minutes for me to get down there unless you guys want to go in there and check on yourself.
Save the truck. I'll just get up and go through and knock on the door.
You knock on the door. It's like it's one of those sliding doors. The glass is frosted, so you really can't see in, but you can see there's movement and activity behind it.
Frosting.
I prefer icing more than frosting.
Sticks his tongue to it.
Mother, help me!
I
got piss on it.
You open it up and you see the doctor is hovering over Artanix. There's quite a bit of gore, some odd machinery that you assume is part of the cyborg implements that are being installed into Artanix.
Okay.
But the doctor's just about done wrapping up, putting a little bow on him.
Hits play on his album. Better, faster, stronger.
I'll be like, everything fine, Doc?
He
Living dead crone.
finally realizes you've entered the room, and he looks up and says, well, I have good news. I think he's going to be just fine. He might take a little while to get back into the swing of things and get back up to 100%, but I have a feeling he'll be honestly better than ever.
Good.
Some of these enhancements I've given him should really prove useful to your guys' missions.
Trogdor's just gonna kind of slide in,
Thinks your character is weak.
go over to Artanix and just whatever metal part. I assume he's got like maybe a metal part of his skull now, or what did he have done exactly?
So
He's got breasts.
he's the doctor he claps his hands together and he's like, I'm glad you asked. Like, I'm really excited of what I did to him. So he came in, he had a massive gaping hole in his chest, and his right arm was nearly just hamburger meat. So he's received a brand new artificial heart. He's got artificial lungs that should prevent him from basically you're going to get resistance to poison. So he's not going to feel the effects of like poisonous gas. There's filters built into his lungs to filter out any chemicals that.
Oh no, I was
So-
to disease.
So just
Now I've got poison.
don't put any sugar in his tank, is what you're saying.
No. Try to keep him out of water. Some of the electronics in here are kind of sensitive, so if
I didn't even get a seal.
you gotta open
My
wound.
smartwatch is more water resistant than I
You
am.
got an open wound on you right now. You gotta give it time to heal. Once it's healed, you'll be fine. But
Oh, okay.
While you're explaining all this, Trogdor's just kind of whatever metal part he can find, just tink, 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 tink.
if
Okay.
if he
How
do-
artificial is his heart?
Kim Kardashian.
Well, I'm just curious if I'd be able to hack it.
Why would you want to hack his heart?
No reason.
Okay.
No reason. He's
mean,
got
it's
to
not-
keep his options open.
It's not like it's hooked up to Wi-Fi or anything.
Right.
And then his right arm, I've replaced from the elbow down to be completely mechanical. But other than that, he's doing fine. He's probably gonna need a little bit of bed rest.
I was gonna
and
say I'm not conscious right now.
you are unconscious at this point.
Okay.
And he's
Do we plug him in?
like,
Still poking at him,
there's
of
a
course.
wireless charger in his bed.
Yeah.
Does he have to charge for 24 hours before we can use it?
No, that's a myth anyways, okay? Just turn the damn thing on. He goes, I will be sending him back into your guys' custody with more medications. Some of these are pretty potent. They're meant to sedate him if he becomes. So sometimes when you lose a limb, you get a little bit of trauma associated with that. If he gets any of that, just kind of stick him in the neck with a needle. He'll be just fine. He'll go to sleep. He'll wake up and not remember a thing.
Are we working Isaac Asimov rules here?
It's like, well, listen, you come to the back door to get a deal. You're gonna get backdoor deals, okay?
They're gonna be shitty deals at the back door.
Yeah.
That's where the disc drive's at.
Kyron,
Plug and play.
Kyron the Spectre, you've been palling around with for the past little bit, like kind of pokes her head in through the door, and she says, she goes like, I have worked with the doctor for years now, and I trust anything he says and does. In fact, I have a feeling that
He also
Artanix...
pays you.
Huh?
He also pays you. Of course you're gonna agree.
Oh, he doesn't pay me. In fact, he owed me this favor. I did a couple of things for him, and we're now even, so...
Okay.
To shreds, you say.
Nothing to
Huh?
I was just saying nothing to read it.
No. That's Spectre business. So he finishes his last stitch. Probably staple because you have like an exoskeleton,
Yeah, probably
like a rivet gun.
Duct tape.
Chink. He brings Artanix a little bit out of anesthesia. He's very groggy, not really aware, but he's mostly mobile, so he's going to need a little bit of help getting back into the dropship and back onto the Hervis. But once he gets back there, I'd recommend taking him to the medical bay and then just keeping him under observation for the next day or so, just to make sure that there's no side effects. If something were to happen, bring him right back. We'll put him back up on the gurney and we'll do
Warranty's
some
still
more.
good.
We've got some warranty work,
Trogdor literally picks him up and slings him over his shoulder. Time to see the Reaper!
So yeah, he tosses him into like a hover wheelchair or something and gives you guys the thumbs up that he's good to go. He hands Bruce a little like packet of medication to be administered. And yeah, you guys are kind
You
of...
could call me. Well, alright, my name could be Xavier. SpaceX.
I was just saying, just throw Jeremy off and just start talking like this.
My name is Cybertron.
I need you to get like a voice modulator.
Get one of those things that people that smoke have to use.
I want one of those so bad. Anybody knows who has emphysema? I want one.
I don't think it's emphysema.
Or it's the tracheotomy. That's what it is.
Tracheotomy.
Yeah.
Or you get a stoma. Stoma.
I need a smoke.
Yeah. They're coming right for us.
On their numbers.
God damn it, Ned. Don't burp talk. It's gross.
So yeah, you guys are...
Here I was quoting PJs.
No, yeah. I was...
We were doing South Park.
Yeah. Probably the only two characters with those voice boxes in the creation.
There was an old lady. Was that PJ's then? Or no? I remember there was an old woman who had one in a cartoon or something.
It was the guy. I forget.
Yeah.
There was an old woman on that show too. So you
No,
might be
no.
familiar with that.
There was an old woman who had one of those too. I just can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, the doctor says it's quite tiring. I think I'm gonna turn in, get cleaned up, and head hit the hay.
Space hay.
Hit
Space
the old
hay.
dusty trail. Smack the straw. I don't know.
Smack the straw.
Do you have one of those fancy plungers with Mass Effect fields? Never mind. Don't add. Just just curious question. Don't read too much into that.
So it's not used for that, but I have tactical scan.
Mm-hmm.
It shows like weaknesses essentially.
Okay.
Can I tactical scan Micah to make sure there's nothing like extra?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yours just pops up every time you scan something. You're a Krogan. It's like Turians are weak, humans are weak.
I was gonna say he'll scan me and it'll say now I have 0 weaknesses because it was the hole in my chest.
Setting his movement, revealing weaknesses. Make an insight check contested by the target's deception. Yeah.
How deceptive are you being right now?
I don't even think I'm conscious.
He's faking it.
Yeah, I'm just laying there with my eyes closed.
But nobody's nose is like the other fist clenched because he's just in so much pain right now. Like, God,
Well, I
God.
got 17, so
It's everything seems up and up.
okay.
It shows you 3 large mechanical masses in the center of his chest, and then a mechanical mass on his arm.
Okay.
I'm gonna need soul coins or I'm gonna explode.
Yeah.
So no bits
We
and bobs.
gotta get you some infernal armor.
So no like tiny little chips in his brain or anything like that. Okay, good.
We don't. It doesn't have a slot. We have to insert a coin for every so often from.
No, it's tap to pay.
No.
It's got hit on the forehead with your debit card.
So we're on the,
But nobody tells you. You're like, why does everyone keep doing that?
so we're on the season 1 of Artanics right now.
Yeah.
Can I use overload to jumpstart him?
I mean,
Nobody's tabbed me in a while. I'm getting kind of sleepy, guys. I'm good.
okay, but yeah,
I guess we get loaded up.
the doctor starts like taking off all of his like surgical garments and throwing them in the trash.
What was that D&D one with Justin McElroy where he was playing the Lego where he needed magic? That's what I'm picturing. Was with Brendan Lee Mulligan. They were playing his toys.
Toy heist or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Where he needed,
Tiny heist.
Yeah, where he needed certain.
Yeah, Wreck Diggles.
He's just kind of like.
Yeah, I'll go. Not much I can really. I don't have much insight, so we'll see.
Rest you're gonna follow. John starts wheeling Artanics. Remrad? Yeah. Remrad starts to
That's
wheel.
their clan name. I'm Krieg.
Krieg starts to wheel Artanics out and towards the shuttle.
It was on a hover chair though. When do you like hover him out, not wheel him out?
It's a turn of phrase.
Yeah, I know. I was just.
What's another outdated
Metaphorical
turn of phrase?
wheel.
Cart.
I'm gonna hit the
Referring
hay.
to the wheel of time,
Yes.
the process that it takes you there.
Yeah, like get them loaded up in the Kodiak and we'll go.
Ooh, I'm excited for this bit because I spent a bit of time on these maps. And where are they?
Now you find yourself in the 7th layer of hell.
Oh wait, no, that's for Act 3.
Yeah.
It's the giant valley from Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That's
guys
a beast.
board the Hervis.
Oh, we have a.
You guys have
Map
a
now?
ship now.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
I wish there was a way because in Dungeon Draft there's ways to like have different like stories of a map, but I can't figure out how to do that on here without having separate maps on each one. I can't transition from like the bottom deck to the top deck.
You don't have a thing where you're just like deck 3, deck 1, and just like.
You have separate maps for each deck. And you have to like move the character tokens over.
What are the little fish that people sometimes use for bait?
Minnows?
No.
Minnows. It looks like a fucking minnow. If you look at the
Yeah.
little eye at
Yeah.
the table
Oh,
there.
Oh, right.
Looks like a fucking minnow.
Every time we say the Hervis, I keep thinking the because the actor who did the little tiny man actor who was like the pain, you know,
Oh,
from
God,
his
yeah.
name was Hervé Villachez.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I'm like, the Hervé Villachez? Knick-knack!
Harvester of sorrow.
Yeah.
You disembark from the shuttle. The crew of the ship greet you Artanix is just kind of like drooling onto himself in a stupor from all the drugs and also the medication.
We'll put him in his bunk.
Jafine takes a look at him and she goes like, I'll take him to the medical bay and just keep him on observation. While the rest of the crew is glad to see Artanix is back, they kind of go back to their stations and they ask, where would you guys like to go to next?
What's our to-do list looking like?
We were a pretty good time in the casino.
Would you say, Jesse?
Where Logan's gone before.
Omega, got it. Or, the Omega relay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Kyron is still needing to get back to the Citadel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just go to the Citadel. Get her dropped off.
Okay.
Any opposition to that, or?
No, but so what was this transition that we just kind of blinked back into here?
I don't think we ever did anything on Palavan.
Yeah, that's Trogdor's over here still puzzling over what all went down there.
So
Should we
definitively, we were never on Palavan. It was all a dream.
It was all Mike's dream.
Says the DM nothing. Okay, fine.
He can neither confirm nor deny.
Do I have any memories of anything happening?
Your memories have been
Situation.
Escaping from the station, battling with Cerberus, and hurriedly taking Artanix to the doctor to get fixed up.
Okay, that's.
Okay, so there's
You did probably doze off, so there may have been some type of dream you had. You were on that moon for quite a time without any amount of rest after a big
Do I
day.
need to mind meld with somebody to verify things here?
You can try to mind meld with him right now.
I guess
but-
what I'm asking Jeremy is, do we have any memories of what happened on there, or is this all just like none of us have memories?
do we have a memory of a dream even?
Yeah.
There's no
Or-
memory.
Okay, so there's not even anything to question right
Not
now.
anything to question, okay.
Okay. So he's just puzzling for puzzling's sake.
Okay. Other than that, I just say let's.
You thinking about it? Don't think about it.
See what you're doing. You're thinking about
You
it.
thinking about it?
Stop thinking.
Listen, the pretty ones don't think, okay?
Just sort of subconsciously, Trogdor reaches for a grappling hook that just isn't there.
He longs, but he does not know why.
Yeah.
So does that mean equipment I got on Palavan I don't have anymore?
I'll say you have it.
Alright.
I'd be upset if I didn't.
How'd you get a Pelagian potato? You just pull out a random piece
Trogdor,
of
maybe
food
if you're a
you
good boy, Santa Krogan will
Santa
drop
Krogan.
grappling hook for you.
Chris Krogan.
Old Saint Quad.
Old Saint Rex.
Clampus.
You don't want
Just
crabs.
keeps
That's if
getting
you're a bad boy.
better and better.
You head up to the deck. I'm not going to leave your character tokens because it's kind of annoying. You head up to the deck, and I'll have to move you here anyways. Boop. Close. You head up to the deck. Cammy's sitting at her captain's chair. Darth and Rarth are sitting at their stations, ready to input the you guys' coordinates. And so, all right, would you like to set heading to Citadel?
To the database system.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little bit for us to get to the nearest relay. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere right now, so you guys want to just relax and get cleaned up. It's been a long couple of days, so we're a bit on shore. This it's the beach episode of the anime. Yay! All right, everybody, get your bikinis out. We're on to the beach.
man, that means we didn't get the land vehicle I wanted. Damn it. Oh well.
Okay, all that.
I think it was wrecked anyways, though.
All that experience Vandora was going to put on her resume to try and get into a drama.
I mean, you still could, but
Right. From live hosting anyway, right?
Alright, well, if we go back to the crew deck, this is mostly the living quarters of the ship. There's a meeting room right now where they have a, what do you call it? One of the hollow interfaces for communications.
Gotcha.
Captain's quarters at the aft of the ship. You have medical quarter or the medical bay where Artanix is. You have a common area / dining room, a really small cooking quarters, and then you have bunks here. Tight quarters for the crew. Captain gets to live a little luxury just because she's the captain. And for the ship, we have the torpedo bay. Moving on to the engineering deck.
otherwise, I'm sure I'd have that feeling though.
I'm gonna take a shower.
There are showers.
Everyone raves about Garrus, but I really didn't care for him in the first 2 games.
Really?
Yeah.
The first game he was kind of mid on me. The second game he really.
Second game, he was just calibrating the whole damn time.
No, he was taking on all of Omega all by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you explicitly
Archangel.
told him, hey, don't be a weird, after you guided him from not being a one-man army or going out and, you got to do things the right
But
way.
he was a stickler. He was a rules mo-
But Shepard
Yeah.
died and was no longer there to be his moral compass.
Right, so
Yeah.
anything he was taught was just like, fuck that, I'm going to do my own thing anyway. So
I'm gonna step into the fresher. I was gonna say the Archangel arc was awesome.
That was a bitch of a fight on insanity difficulty. Oh my god. On the engineering deck, you have the engine room and the power center of the ship. This is going to be the control room for the engines. You have a small storage room here, and then at the fore of the ship here is where Kinar, the quartermaster, hangs out, and this is where all of the weaponry, ammunition, and gear is stored.
what's just central, lounge?
Yeah, he's set up like a little card table. Himself, Akapor, and the 2 Solarians like to hang out here and play Mass Effect poker. I don't know what's the 21 game that they have here.
The 21 game?
It's in the first game.
Oh,
It's like Blackjack or whatever.
Quasar?
Quasar, I think it's Quasar.
That sounds familiar.
Just get away.
What's the name of like a Western style planet? Or deserted or
The thing with Mass Effect is a lot of their planets are actually named planets. There aren't any made up planets other than the alien ones.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I like about it is a lot of it is taking the actual universe. If you
So Jupiter and all that actually is okay.
yeah.
Okay.
The solar system exists. You have the Kepler Verge. You have Horsehead Nebula. All these places actually exist.
Okay.
And the planets that they've named in the game are actually planets that are named in real life.
Okay.
But there are some made up ones just for
Neptune Hold'em or something
Yeah.
like that for Cardia.
And then below this deck is going to be the garage. It's just a small hangar bay, and Akapor, the ship's mechanic, hangs out there to do small repairs. That's where he keeps all of his tools and extra supplies. But really not much to do. Pretty boring on the ship in between sorties. Kind of got to keep yourself entertained. Creek said he's gonna go hit the shower, get cleaned up, and the rest of you guys just have the ship to yourself.
So how much downtime are we looking at? I assume this is travel time or
About a good 12 to 16 hours.
okay.
I take a full proper sleep instead of trying to sleep in a waiting room chair.
A long rest.
You're gonna get the effects of a long rest anyways.
That was more of an in-character thing of like, you ever tried to sleep in a waiting room? Sucks.
No, last time I was in a hospital, I got to sleep pretty well.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really hard to sleep with those IVs in my arm.
But no, let's get it on the shower. Y'all take a long rest.
I imagine Jesse's poking at Micah's character, trying to see what they did.
Oh yeah.
Well, Jesse, there's really not much more I can go into. The doctor really did what he said he did.
Yeah, I'm more worried about what he did tell us.
Using going through John's scans and going through the doctor's records, like you don't see anything of note that would clue you into there's any kind of deception going on. You don't find any extra devices. You're not seeing any like signals that could be used to communicate emanating from Artanics.
No Order 66 inhibitor.
Nope. The little bit of that bird brain that's in there is completely intact.
While he's thinking that over, is it possible, and this is going to be a lot of your discretion because I'm sure it's not really in the rules, but I would like to develop a new kind of drone. I would like to work, and this can be maybe not in one shot because it's only 12 hours, but maybe over a series of the next couple meetings or whatever. I'd like to develop like a personal transport unit, something like like maybe a little mini bike or even like a hover.
I mean, in one, Saren has a hoverboard.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, something that
Those.
something that you could like have shrink up and essentially equip, and then not be in your way while swinging around weapons and stuff
Omni
like that.
hoverboard.
Something that we could use to move quickly if
I
we
mean, the
were
word you're searching for, my brother, is collapsible.
collapsible. Yeah.
I'm sure. Once you land on the Citadel, you might be able to find somebody who can help you out. Develop something like that. There's got to be either a Solarian or a Quarian out there who's got something that they could work with you on.
Okay. I'll take the time that I have now and using what drafting tools and maybe what parts I might have aboard ship. Just start getting to work on a rough design to refine later.
I'll figure out how to gamify it.
Okay.
Come up with a really.
Then maybe something that I could upgrade down the line. Maybe for speed or camouflage or something. But when you figure it out in due time.
Mine, you got any business you'd like to attend to?
No, I think kind of what I mentioned earlier. She might be just trying to work on her resume a little bit for the Andromeda Initiative. Probably thinking, okay, I've done some things, I can add that on here, but probably not enough. So
I'm sure after a little bit, the curator might be able to write up a recommendation letter.
right. She probably just maybe a little earlier for asking the curator that sort of thing. It's only I don't know how long has it really been then since we started. And we've only been on a few mission or two.
I saw a little DM tip, and it's like keep a calendar of events to give like a somewhat accurate timeline of how long. I would say from when we first started this campaign to now, it's probably been about 6 to 7 weeks.
About 2 months seems.
It's it's been pretty one thing after another, but there's been some significant downtime in between where you guys aren't feeling like burnt out. Like you're feeling pretty satiated as far as like a good mix between adventure and
Actually, okay.
relaxation.
I have a thing.
Yes.
After I get out of the shower,
Mm-hmm.
get back in my clothes,
Get some shower thoughts.
shower thoughts. I want to talk to the Spectre.
Okay.
What's her name?
Karen.
Karen. I want a full rundown of like, because it's been a while out of game.
Mhm.
In game, I'm probably still a little hazy. Like, what's the situation with her? And like, what? Like, why are we? Why are we like sticking our necks out for her? Essentially, I kind of like need a reminder about that.
Let me find which one of my 8 notes I have.
John's like, only 8 notes? That's cute.
Or like eight like things of
Yeah.
notes that I have.
That's me still trying to figure out how I want to organize my notes. I have a kind of a system, but
I
it could do better.
I literally have a who, what, when, where. I have a thing for people, a thing for places, one for that's just like overall session notes to kind of abridge what happened in each session. And when I need to work on the when. I do want to get like a calendar and kind of keep track of how long it's been, because this does take place 2 years before Mass Effect 1. So if we get to the 2-year mark, weird things might start happening.
I thought we were after Mass Effect 1. But...
Nope. 2181. So Kyron's she's sitting at the why is it doing that? This table here, just kind of having like a little snack.
When you go to the top of your screen, I think your bar comes back.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. John, you got a towel wrapped around your waist.
I'm in like my normal clothes.
Oh, okay. You got dressed again. Okay.
Yeah.
You're dried off. You got. Oh, now I kind of want to see a Krogan with like the towel wrapped around your head.
Like Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. But you sit down, smelling fresh, smelling clean, and our Karen kind of pauses and looks up. She's like, "How's it going, Creek?"
Going good. Going good.
She leans like, are you wearing cologne? Wait, is that
my
blood of the enemy?
That's my natural musk.
By Calvin Klein.
Sensual.
Well,
Krogan
it's
Klein.
been a bit since we started this little partnership of ours. And I guess I need a little bit of a reminder of like what do we get ourselves into here? Like can you walk me through this one more time?
Well, I guess it all started at the I believe it's called the farm, out of character. Where's my notes? So I was tasked by the council to infiltrate a Cerberus research facility.
Yes.
I was able to gain access there as a emissary of the Asari, kind of under the guise of a weapons merchant.
Okay.
They didn't really like any aliens being there,
Well, they're Cerberus.
Cerberus, but at the same time, they're always looking for a way to get funding for their projects. And I had fabricated some financial documents showing that I would be able to pay them handsomely if they were able to provide me with certain weapons that, we were thinking that they were developing.
Okay.
So I got it really good with the head of the station. They gave me a full on tour. Not full on, but there was obviously going to be some places they didn't let me go poke around.
Of course.
But I did sneak around a bit when nobody was looking. Ultimately, I ended up finding that they were basically stealing biotic capable aliens, intercepting them from they're all criminals. They were all on their way to various prison
Okay.
not colonies, but like
Detention centers, yeah.
detention centers. They would intercept them, take any of the biotic ones under the auspice of the biotic ones are more dangerous than the non-biotic ones, need to be stored in a separate facility that specializes in biotic able beings.
Okay.
So they had a significant number of beings there, and they were conducting them with all kinds of tests, dousing them with element 0, implanting biotic amps into them that were experimental. Most of them ended up killing the subject. So just awful things were being done to these people. Regardless of the fact that they're criminals, it's inhumane with what was happening.
Right.
So
Human rights, yeah, but okay.
yeah, gotcha. They're not human, they're Krogans.
Whichever.
But I gathered as much evidence as I could, and on my way out, they caught wind that I had fooled them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Bamboozled.
I pulled the wool over their eyes and I had a skedaddle.
So
So,
if we help you,
mm-hmm.
will the council recognize that we are helping them via helping you, or are we just gonna kind of get the brush off?
I'm positive you will not get the brush off.
Okay, good.
The only thing that may prevent you from getting like a full-on like heroes parade is who you work for. Not many people know.
Parties don't pay the bills. Okay, money, credits.
I'm sure between the council and your boss, you will be paid handsomely.
Yeah, good.
I was able to contact the curator, and that's how I got your assistance on Cortac Station.
Okay. Did you have any idea what they were trying to research with all these biotic kidnappings?
I'm assuming they were just trying to become the most biotic capable entity out there.
Okay, like develop new technologies.
Develop new technology. They wanted to have an edge on the other species in.
Anyone who's not
the
human.
Citadel.
Okay. No, that makes sense. This all starting to make sense now.
We want to rebuild him, but we don't want to spend a lot of money.
But I only got $5.
All right.
So a fucking pull cord.
No, it's on your back so you see things.
Somebody has poisoned the watering hole.
Okay. I just wanted to remind you.
There's a thresher maw in my boot.
I'll let you know when we get close. And thank you again.
I have to thank you for your guys' help. If it wasn't for you, and I truly.
I'm already up off the table.
She's like,
Pours her
her head,
head,
like back into her food, just kind of like mumbling.
You just hear the door like.
Yeah. Okay.
Not much to be said about a Krogan's attention span.
All right. Cool. I'll also just go clean my gun until we land.
But what about your rifle?
Didn't he just get out of the shower?
Miner, you're good. Jesse, you got nothing else going on, do you?
No, not really.
Jared, you're already kind of
Doing the
thinking
drone.
around with your
tinkering.
drawing with your crayons on how to make a floaty drill.
Artanix is just being lazy.
Yep.
Gosh. Pretty much. So the time starts to move on. Most of the crew, Darth and Barth, start to take shifts. Like they're only going to take about 4-hour shifts flying the ship. Really only takes one of them to navigate to a Mass Effect relay. So the rest of the crew decide that they're going to head to their respective quarters and get some rest. The ship goes from being, normally silent to being just kind of eerily quiet. The lights have dimmed. It's very It's a bit creepy actually on the ship right now. There's nobody's around, nobody's moving. You just hear the drone of the engine. As you guys just kind of just feel the weight of sleep falling down on you. You each kind of make your way to an empty bunk and drift off into sleep.
I like to think Krogan snore like.
They don't do the honk shoes.
Yeah.
There is.
Hello.
Hello. I will never not say hello like that, TikTok. You've all fallen into a deep sleep.
Way ahead of you.
It's not really sleep for you.
You're in hibernation.
Yeah.
You just see like the floating pipes screensaver. Suddenly, klaxons start to go off on the ship as you are almost thrown from your bunk due to the ship no longer being under propulsion. It hasn't come to a halt, but it is definitely no longer accelerating.
Okay.
You all wake up.
Oh god, we hit the edge of the simulation.
Boom.
You all, minus Artanix, of course.
That lazy fuck. Of course.
Well, he's like strapped into his like medical table, and like he goes like the whole ship goes 90 degrees, and so everything gets thrown to the right, but he's like still like on the wall, like on the med table.
You're nearly thrown from your bunk. The lights are all off except for like red emergency lights, and you hear the captain coming over the PA system.
Well, geez. This is not the time for that.
I'm like, well, that's pretty upfront.
That's pretty unprofessional, huh?
Not the time for that.
That's why we hit something. She wasn't paying attention.
She plugged in her vibrator and tripped a breaker.
Jesus.
It's like,
Oops, my bad.
I know you said the ship was creepy, but
She comes over the PA and asks immediately. It's like in a hurried, almost desperate tone, like Rarth, what's going on up there? And you hear him come back on the PA, like Captain, we've lost power. I don't know what happened. We were moving, everything seemed fine, but all of a sudden, all power just shut off.
Okay.
you guys find out I was actually turned into a Terminator. Now I'm going to kill everyone on the ship.
Oh, now I want to hear the Terminator song. He's liquid metal, just like.
Oh no! My eyes just like turn red.
Yeah, I'll get my pistol
turn
out.
into
At
Capri
least.
Sun.
He grabs the doctor. Are you Senakana?
That website was
You
N7
believe-
World. It's not in that world.
Your parents are dead.
Hey, there it is. It was saved from a previous search.
I was hoping to find a way to make like blinking red lights between Roll20 and Dungeon Draft, but I just couldn't. Ran out of time.
Do an initiative?
You-
Like what would you like?
I'll go just tabletop initiative.
Alright.
There's no need for combat at the moment unless you want to start throwing those.
Bam, bam, bam! Anything moves on this goddamn ship and is getting shot.
You see
Just weren't ready for that.
you see
Good now, but
Akapor and Kinar both run from their bunks and into the elevator down to the engineering deck, assuming to try and figure out what's going on with the power on the ship. Kyron, she looks almost like she's seen a ghost. She's kind of in a terrified state. She's asking, what's going on? Why are we stopping?
I'm gonna bring up. I'm sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
just saying we shouldn't be stopping. There's no friction in space.
Well, you're not stopping. You've gone from accelerating at 1G to no longer accelerating at 1G.
I'd like to take a recon droid and start doing a scan, maybe in the what would be like the engine room? Do you think would be where the power normally would come from, or?
Yeah. So down below deck. Down on the deck. So you have your two main reactors on the ship. Each of them are hooked up to one of the three engines. You head down following the two crewmates, and you see that the console in here is dark except for, like in Jurassic Park, when Nedry shuts off power to the park, it just has that one blinking cursor.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you see on this console right here. All the gauges on this console here are like completely empty. They're in the red. Whatever, depending on what it is, it just looks like the ship has completely lost all power. The door, I forgot to put doors in. The door in between this room and the reactor room. That's where I was looking for. Reactor room. It's powered, so you see Keenar, the Krogan quartermaster, trying to wrench it open. It's good. It's a heavy door due to the fact that it's trying to keep the reactor safe, and if there's any kind of issue, they're going to have a heavy door to prevent it from causing damage.
I was gonna say radiation, but I'm not sure what those things would probably exude.
Magic. Yeah, you see
They're
that
just ezoing all over the place.
Yeah.
the crew here are trying frantically to get the ship back on power.
I'll go. Probably the computer panel may make
Okay.
sense, and just start trying to diagnostic debug it. Even if I gotta get down and start pulling the hardware and stuff.
He right clicks and
Yeah.
chooses troubleshoot
Control Alt
problem.
deletes. Delete
Brother,
system
if we get rid of
32.
System 32 file, the computer goes faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I see the
Wait.
option for repair, but it's grayed out.
Give me a electronics check.
Fuck, well, I'm spent. I don't know what the fuck then.
Electronics and proficiency.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
Yeah.
Yes! Stop by
Alright.
that.
How about a 16?
Do we blame our
Um,
genetics?
You're able to get the computer
Wake up.
booted
Fucking
back
shit.
up into like a recovery mode.
Safe mode.
Pretty much. It's got limited capabilities. You're not able to operate any of the weapon systems, but you can tell that the life support systems are still online. But the engines and the reactors haven't been shut off, but they've been disconnected from the engines, creating a loss of power to the ship and then a loss of power to obviously the engines themselves. So you're not moving, and your main power you're running on backup power right now.
Alright. So probably like a physical disconnection.
Likely,
somewhere along
you think you based on your experience with stuff like this, you don't think it's a mechanical fault. You think that something has come basically unplugged.
treachery. I will go along, assuming I have a pretty functioning knowledge of this ship, being an engineer and all that. I will try to go locate the, follow a wire or do whatever I need to maybe figure out where it actually has come disconnected.
Everything that you're going to need to look into is going to be behind that door.
Okay.
So we need to get that. You'll need to get that door open.
The struggle.
I had a mini that had like 7 wrappers underneath it.
Don't wrap minis. It just slows me down.
Yeah, for real. Okay, probably no power to the door then.
No.
Okay. Is it like a sliding panel door, lift up, apart?
All the doors are going to be like slide apart doors.
Okay.
I don't know what those are called.
I'm gonna get. Oh hell, my Omni wrench. I'll get my Omni wrench out, brother. Help me.
Okay.
Try to pry it open with.
Give
my
me,
brother's
give me a strength check.
Both of us or just me?
If John's going to assist, I'll give you a. How does assist work? Advantage or +2?
Advantage, I believe.
Advantage, yeah.
Advantage.
John, check this out. I got a 1 on this dice. I'm like lifting it up straight.
Yeah.
And then I got a nat 20 on the
Yeah,
other.
nice.
I got the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
split you could get. So, nat 20.
Alright.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
This could have gone disastrously.
I just belch, no problem. Just like my shotgun back. No. I put my pistol back into my underwear. I think I'm back upstairs.
Does Krogan underwear have that fly thing in there too? You can kind of work as a holster.
it's got 2 of the little slots,
Yeah.
one on top of each other. I don't know why. I don't use them.
Don't know.
Between you and Kinar, you're able to slide the door open with ease. You take your Omni wrench and you kind of like jam it down in there so that it doesn't shut back behind you. You'd have to like muscle your way back.
Pry it back open. Alright.
On your way out. You enter the reactor room and you see that the pipes, I'm going to call these pipes, they're probably like electrical conduits, coming off the reactors have been physically disconnected from the reactors.
I'm gonna kind of look around and see if there's anything like tampered with it, or maybe footprints, fingerprints, anything that looks disturbed. Like this obviously didn't just shoot out on its own.
We'll do. I'll let you choose between investigation or perception.
Investigation.
Because I can make an
big
argument
time.
for both of those checks.
I'll do investigation. That one's like a +5 and the other's not. I got a 12 this time.
You hope to see that in the past, like you've been on ships where a lot of the times your reactor room, nobody really goes in there because why would you go in there if you never need to work on anything?
Yeah, nothing's broke.
So you would assume that there'd be a lot of like dust on the floor, but this room is like spotless. So you don't see any like footprints. You don't see any kind of like markings that would indicate that anybody has been in here because there's nothing to be imprinted upon. You don't see any tools laying around. You don't see anything out of the ordinary other than just some, significant power cables have been disconnected.
Just kind of look around, look at Krieg and shrug, and take the connection and.
Akapor, the ship's mechanic, like, so how the hells did these come off? Like, these are usually like you need a tool to loosen these.
What happened to the coupling?
It's not broken off. It looks like it just came unscrewed.
Is there still like equivalent of like a nut or anything like laying around? Or?
Is there security camera footage in this room? Do we have any sort of like security footage? CCTV?
Let us find out how paranoid is the captain. High or low, John?
Low.
Fortunately, the captain is a pretty trusting person.
I'd say it's a fake one, just like shoplifting is discouraged. It's just a fucking engine room.
It's like a cardboard milk carton hanging from the ceiling with like a couple wires and a red piece like thing painted on it. She hasn't installed like any kind of security on the ship. With such a small crew, she's pretty picky about who she lets on her ship. They go through a pretty intensive screening process before they're even allowed to.
Yeah.
Trogdor's gonna get a little bit paranoid himself because this isn't really how like I'm gonna send out the recon droid to start doing patrols.
Okay.
To see if there's maybe anybody skulking about what we haven't noticed yet.
Alright. You send it out, it does a scan, and I'll say about 5 minutes later, it gives you a total life form count of. Hold, please. $12.
Any of us were there, or we left.
I can't count 12. I've only got 8 fingers.
Well, there's the 6 of us, including what's her ass, Darth and Arth, these two, and the captain. And then the V12. The V12. Krogan? Or was the Krogan one of the two that came down here?
Down here with Jared is the Krogan and the Batarian.
Yeah, I'm right here.
The Praetorian.
John taking notes. What a nerd.
Rarth, Darth, the Asari medic, the Krogan quartermaster, Tyrion, and the captains. That's 6 and 6. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including Jesse, and 6 with our Asari guest.
The two pilots too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's got to be on count.
Question is,
Akapor,
Artanic show up as a life form?
Yeah, it's a 0.5.
11 3/4.
I do run on canola oil.
Akapor, you see him kind of going through the process. He's like, yeah, that's everybody. I don't think anybody would have been on board the shuttle with you guys. Like you would have seen somebody if they were on the shuttle with you on the planet. So I don't think anybody's what's it called when they sneak aboard? Stowaway.
Trogdor goes. I assume when I plugged it back in, is everything getting restored now? Booting back up?
Between you and Akapor, it's going to take probably 15 to 20 minutes to go through the whole connection and reboot process to do it safely.
Okay.
So he'll stay down here with you to help you work on
I'd like
that.
to do a run diagnostic and see what the last few commands our consoles had here before powering down. So
I'm gonna go get the Asari, maybe see if she can't do a psychic scan.
that'd be a great idea.
Maybe she can pick up some thoughts or something. I'll go get Minor.
Be safe, brother.
I'll also go get Jesse too. I think us all just kind of be in the same location. I think I'll split it up in the dark. It's a bad idea.
Oh, really?
Maybe have somebody keep an eye on Artanics as well.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Is Artanic still landing?
Where would you guys? Where do you want everybody to meet, John?
I'm gonna stay down and do the.
Right.
I think we should all go down here.
We're
man.
gonna
This
keep
is-
track. You want to bring everybody down here?
Yeah.
Okay. You go over to the intercom, and you hail the captain as a captain. I think it's best if we get everybody down to the engineering deck to kind of go over what happened. She agrees with you, and a few minutes pass. Everybody comes down. And Jared, your Trogdor, you do a count.
Yeah.
That's 12. Well, 11. You know.
More than I got.
So I'll ask. Everybody's down here except for Artanix. He is basically comatose through all the drugs
Yes.
in the med bay. Did anybody want to stay up there with him? Is what I'll ask next.
I will at the very least. Somebody else wants to volunteer, that's fine. But I will at the very least send the recon droid up there.
You go ahead and stay here, Mike. I'll go take care of. I'll go look after Artemis.
I'll go take care of him.
I'll do Artanix.
You will, Jesse?
And I'll go with the Solarian.
Okay.
Would you like my droid, brother?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
You might need him down here.
I have him continue patrol.
Alright. The captain comes up to you as she sees you like working tirelessly, kind of taking charge of this repair. She goes, "Alright, what happened?" You explain basically what you've stumbled in upon. She's like, "Shit." He's looking around, kind of like seeing how everybody's reacting to it. She looks at Minor. He looks like he got woken up from the middle of a deep sleep.
All wrapped up in blankets, still like.
Who the fuck woke me up?
Space is cold.
She goes, "Okay, well, we'll have to. Alright, we're all gonna stay down here until everything gets repaired. I'm going to go up and check on the 3 on the deck above. Meanwhile, everyone stay here. Don't trust anybody." She walks into the elevator.
You're right. I'm gonna send the droid with her.
Okay.
No, look at this image of you look at a monitor, at least you a reflection, and you just like hold a gun up to your own temple.
I'm the shiftiest motherfucker here.
Don't you fucking move.
No, don't you fucking.
Plot twist, I'm not the saboteur.
None of us should be alone. I'll have this droid escort you.
It's okay. She goes up to the next deck. You're like tracking her through your Omni tool with your drone.
Your drone, yeah. Droid drone. If I say droid, you know what I mean.
Yeah. She enters the med bay, John, Jesse, and you both find Artanix laying on the bed. I'm gonna say he's not strapped in. This isn't like an operating bed. It's more like a hospital bed, basically.
Okay.
Not like an operating table. It's one of the crazy ones where they gotta strap you down so you don't eat your shoelaces or whatever.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
We got the spaghetti.
Those would be more fitting than shoestring trench coats.
She asks, you, John, what were you doing when the power cut out?
I was just asleep, Cap.
She kind of narrows her eyes at you. She's like, anybody who can corroborate?
Was there anybody in the same bunk with me?
I'll say between 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say between everybody, like.
As you saw where I positioned my character, I was near the back.
Yep.
The
I saw you. Port. So
side. Aft.
everybody besides the captain, the doctor, Artanix, the inspector, and the quartermaster were all in one of the 2 crew bunks.
Okay. So I have witnesses.
You do. So,
Okay.
so your witnesses would have been.
I have.
Yeah. She's okay. I'll have to make sure that they corroborate your story. Jesse, I'm assuming Bruce was sleeping in the bunks with some of the crew as well?
No, Solarians only need 1 hour's sleep.
I'll say you guys were only like underway for roughly an hour. Like, you guys weren't underway for long, just long enough for you guys to kind of get into that deep sleep, kind of. Just annoying enough to where you wake up and you're angry. Jesse, the captain asks you if you can do some scans on Artanix. She doesn't wholly trust that he's in a coma. What kind of checks can you do on him to make sure that he's out? No, that's what's that one? No, that's the Lord of the Rings one.
Oh yeah, that one is.
I could do investigation, science, electronics, engineering.
What about like a medicine check? You got one of them?
I do.
Yeah, do that.
It's a doctor.
I'm gonna
take
take
it.
or something. Bucket.
Ooh, the bucket.
Oh, just put your nose on it first.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get it all gooped up for you.
Yeah.
Just thinking
That
of
way
those
it's less
lotions.
harsh on his nose.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You know, I appreciate that.
I hate those lotion tissues. I feel like they're already slimy.
No, I haven't been coughing like all day. I've been
Yeah.
fine. I've been off and this year.
I thought it was
I
like.
wonder this-
24.
Allergic to dogs.
What'd you get, Jess?
No, I live with dogs.
24.
24.
Allergic to Jared.
Looking through,
I don't know.
like there's like a he's hooked up to like an EKG, and you go through his the readouts, and you notice that it's been in a state
That part.
where he's clearly been active. There's no signs that his heart rate increased or he became disconnected from this machine.
That'll be your band on YouTube. If you're playing Terminator music.
Yeah.
She's
YouTube.
she's a bit stumped. As she's kind of pondering this, I'll go back down to Jared. Jared, give me one more electronics check.
Electronics. Let's see. Okay, cool. 15. 10 with a fiver.
I'll give you advantage because Axapor is helping you.
Okay. That's better. How about a 19 then?
You finally finish up the last bit of like calibrations, and you fire up the reactors. They like slowly like come back to life. Power starts to come back to the ship, and you're running through the last bit of diagnostics, and the captain hails you. He's like, "Is everything working okay?"
Just kind of going through the last commands that it was given, seeing what the actual computers were doing before everything shut down.
You go through the last bit of commands, and you see that there was a shutdown command executed. Roughly this few minutes before the reactor shut off. So they weren't disconnected while they were on.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to access the surveillance films. I know there's not one in here, but if everybody was asleep, I'm gonna start going camera to camera, see if there's any spiking activity or anything.
Ship's not equipped with surveillance.
Oh, at all?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just this room.
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, that does complicate things.
Well, so Artanius is still here. He's
Basically dead. He's alive, but
in a coma.
yes.
Okay. I want to give him like a once over, I guess. Wait, did Jesse do that already?
Yeah, Jesse did.
Okay.
He didn't see any signs of activity other than like basic life support or like vitals.
Okay. If I basically like Gatorade dump Metagel on him, can I get him awake?
Gatorade.
Jesse, you hear Krieg's thought process, or like you see Krieg's thought process, and you know that you can bring him out of the coma, but he's gonna be pretty useless. He's just gonna feel He's gonna be useless, basically. Like, not gonna be able to walk easily, perform many actions, anything like that. But you can bring him out of his coma.
He's gonna be the equivalent of a mage hand right about now.
I wouldn't even say
I
that.
can't even fly though. If I could fly, it might be someone else.
He can cast color spray.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. God, I forgot how creepy husks are.
Which one's Eden Triumph, Thorian, or some of the random ones you find?
Vermeer. They have like husks in like stasis pods.
Alright, well,
Oh, yeah, those things.
Is there any way out of the engine room other than that main door? Like, is there exhaust vents?
There are like life support vents, like air ducts, basically.
Alright.
Kroger's not gonna fit.
No. I'm gonna radio down, like. So, you were telling me that it's only a few minutes before you guys got on the scene that the shutdown command was put in?
Yeah, I'll give him an approximate time where,
Yeah.
where I
And
think
the door was closed when you got there?
you
Yes.
helped me open it.
He's gotta be in there. Whoever did this has gotta be in that room unless they went into the ducts.
Take a look up at the ducts.
You see an acidic substance dripping from the ceiling. Yeah, if you'd like, you can do a perception check and suss out the room.
Let me get back down there.
Okay.
I'll have you. Did you stay down here too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind taking a look around? I wanna. Well,
You frail hot lady, get in there.
because I want to do something in the meantime. While I'm on here and doing this, I want to lock down with an encryption for anybody except for maybe me and like the captain to be able to access, like emergency lockdowns or a procedure, so this doesn't happen again. I mean, unless they physically come back, and I just don't want them getting into the computer and screwing around with that even more now that we got the power back.
I also imagine when you're getting woke up on a ship in space and they're like, hey, the power's down, we don't know what's going on. I'm grabbing like a suit for like being out in space.
Yeah.
Just like a
Probably a smart
emergency
idea.
suit. Yeah.
You're just suiting up. What are you doing? Nothing.
I plan
Going
on
for
living
a
on
walk.
watch you.
Now you understand where I'm coming from.
Jared.
No, because whenever you talk, it sounds like.
Am I motorboarding? Motorboating?
No, I'm just saying your brain damage is that much. No.
Give me an electronics check and remember your score.
Okay.
Because that'll be your DC if anybody tries to.
Okay. That absolutely makes sense. With the 5 kickers, gonna be a 13.
Okay, so it'll be a DC 13 to
Password is guessed.
guess.
Admin 1.
Guess, but the E's a 3.
yeah. That's easy with a
He's like,
13 DC password.
That'll fool them.
No, I'll make the S a 5.
A dollar sign.
Yeah, there you go.
Special character. You let the captain know what the password is, so it's between you and her. That the only ones who can get in. Obviously, hacking it.
Okay. Sounds good. That'll be what I do while these guys are taking care of their turns or whatever
and-
they'd like to do.
John, you wanted to investigate the reactor room.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check. And if Minor, you want to help,
Yeah.
I'll let you decide who wants to do it, and whoever does will
I
get
have a
advantage.
5 in perception. What do you got?
I got a 3.
I'll do it. Help me out.
You'll get advantage, John.
Well, it's a natural 3 or
Oh, hey, I rolled at 18. So.
a natural 2. So 8.
Now that I've become part of the ship, Jeremy, can I also roll perception?
You're gonna roll with disadvantage. You're basically, if you've never been anesthetized, you're basically drunk and high at the same time.
Yeah, it sucks.
And your vision is blurred. So
I hear everybody in slow
you
motion.
hear
He's like, I do this every weekend. I'm used to it.
you hear like muffled tones. You see shapes moving around. It's like a bad trip.
Well, how about this, Jeremy? Can I take a 10?
Yeah, I'll let you take time.
Take a 10.
Um,
Okay. So
I mean, I
15.
did roll an 18.
there's not a significant amount of places you can hide in here. There's a cabinet up here, but that's just like spare parts for the reactor.
I'm mainly looking for any vents, like any sort of vent access.
You see that there's a like a life support module that will pump in air and like remove carbon dioxide, right? And there's ducting that goes up, and you see all the vents are intact. They don't seem to
None
have
of the
been.
covers have been pulled off.
No, the covers have been removed. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you have any biotic abilities that might help?
Not unless you want me to. Yeah, not really.
Micah, give me.
Most I can do is make a gravity field, but that just restrains people, and that's not going to help with.
You know anything with poles?
No, I don't need poles. Not yet.
I don't have any like stun grenades either. So it's like
I
I
can
have
throw.
a frag, but
Micah, roll an insight.
I can dark channel. I stupidly took slam, but they have to be lifted, and I didn't take anything that would lift people up.
I have
Roll an
lift.
insight.
Yeah, I got lift. Insight?
Yep.
22.
As you're still in a haze, you like close your eyes, rub them. You're kind of like rubbing what equates to be like your temples, right? Kind of, ease the headache that you're suffering. And as your eyes are closed, you vividly remember attacking that data center on Paladin. You remember almost with like more detail than reality almost. You storming that building and killing the people that were there, getting the data that you were sent to retrieve, and escaping. And as you're doing that, you're like, you pause, open your eyes, and you're on the ship, back in the haze that you just left for a moment.
Do I remember having my mechanical hand during the mission?
It's weird because you know how when you're in a dream, you don't ever see yourself in a dream.
Yeah.
Like you trying to remember a dream is like impossible, and you're trying to remember, did I ever look down at my hand? And you never, nothing of that nature like comes back. Like you don't even see, like you try to look down in your dream and you can't even see your own feet on the ground. It's almost as if like you're like a bad first-person shooter where it's literally just a head and a gun.
I forget what shooter it was, but apparently there was one that was like the arm is sticking straight.
I think it was one of the Duke Nukems.
Yeah, your arm is sticking straight out of your chest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was either Duke Nukem, Doom, or Serious Sam.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Doom.
It might have been. I think Duke Nukem is started as a Doom clone, I think.
Yeah.
Duke 3D. Kind of was.
So am I coming to, or am I still just like...
It's going to take a while for you to come to, like, to be
Okay.
fully...
Your bootload process bar is currently trickling
It's
out.
stuck at 54%.
Please insert floppy disk 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's floppy disk 2?
You install the 3x5 image, 3.5 image.
I have one, I have three. Where the fuck is two?
You keep
Your operating system on floppy disks?
It's funny because some of the stuff we have is on floppy disks so that nobody knows how to use them, so you can't hack it.
Yep.
On Twitter the other day, people were arguing like they're not called floppy disks, they're called hard disks, blah 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 blah. And I was like, you guys are stupid. They're called save icons.
Yeah.
My favorite image ever was like important documents do not erase, and it was like stuck to a fridge on a magnet.
Bruce, you got any ideas there, Chief?
Yeah, Jesse, you have a bioscan?
Do I have a bioscan?
Yeah.
It's only about 3 seconds.
I'm not a walking laboratory.
Well, there's something in here. Like Rogan's like got a gun, like there's something in here.
You hear it rattling.
Turn on the light.
I've looked. It could be crouch. I could be anything, man.
That could be you.
I'm just picturing Jane in that one episode of Firefly and that Reaver's on board. Bigger when I couldn't see him.
I haven't watched past episode 1 of Firefly, unfortunately. I need to go back and see that.
Good show.
I think it was episode 2.
It was
Was it just interest, or was it just didn't have time?
Just didn't have time.
it was
I was
this-
watching it with you.
I know. I was just like, did you not like it?
No, yeah, I was just you didn't start watching it.
It was the scene from the Wednesday show where it's Wednesday and her friend, her roommate friend, then next to each other, and it's like her roommate is Firefly and Wednesday is The Expanse.
Yeah.
I watched the first few episodes. That was a pretty good show.
Yeah, it was. I've only seen a couple too as well. The captain speaks up, and she goes, "Kinar, where were you when the ship lost power?" He looks insulted at first, thinking that he's being blamed for this. But you can kind of easily insight because Krogans are not hard to hide. It's hard for them to hide their emotions. He's kind of like realized like, okay, she's not blaming me, but she's definitely double checking. She's covering her own bases. He goes like, "Oh, Captain, I was was in the armory sleeping where I normally do. So unfortunately, there's nobody to say I wasn't there. I think I was in there by myself." And he kind of looks like I say guilty, but he kind of looks like when you mess up and you know you goofed and you try to cover it up in front of your parents and then they catch you
Smooth it out.
and you're like, yeah, I know. I should have done better.
Like sheepishly, like
yeah,
okay.
like wasn't a big deal that he wasn't there with somebody else, but
He doesn't have an alibi because
he's kind of taking it hard on himself. She looks, she looks at Darth. She goes, "Your brother was clearly on at the helm. I know where he was. You were in bunk with the rest of the crew, right?" And he goes, "Yes, ma'am." And everyone but Artanix can corroborate that you saw the Solarian come to bed before you guys did, laid down. He was in his bunk when you guys fell asleep, and when you guys were jolted awake, he also was he was in his bunk and leaving at the same time. He looks at the doctor. She was like, "You were with the Turian, keeping an eye on him, right?" She's like, "Yes." "You didn't see anything out of the ordinary?" And She kind of hesitates for a second. She go, I'll admit, Captain, I fell asleep in my chair while I was watching it. But I swear, I would have heard him get up. I would have heard the alarms on the monitor go off if he had gotten up. If anything would have
I had the
happened.
baby monitor turned all the way up.
It was right next to my
Right
head.
next to my head.
Shit, it was on the wrong frequency.
I had it on 2 instead of 1.
There was that joke there's that joke from Dungeons and Daddies where like, is there a call button on that? Like, yeah, like the baby's gonna fucking call you.
Yeah, that's right.
Mom, I pooped my pants over.
She finally looks at the last person who was by themselves, and she looks at Kyron, and she doesn't look happy to be questioning a specter, given her past. But you know, Spectre, I assume this isn't your doing. She was like, why would I do this? Why would I endanger my own mission to pull a prank like this?
If she did, be quite the spectacle.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't prove who.
Here's what I
Did
should
or
have been
not?
doing on
Do it.
all of these. I'm going to roll insight for all of these. Ooh, it's a dirty 20 on all these responses. And
I kind of gave you the responses, like you read their emotions, like you could see that they weren't trying to cover anything up, like they were being honest. Some of them it took them a little longer to come to admit the truth of what happened, because some of them kind of shirked their duties, the doctor falling asleep at her post, the Krogan not having anybody to verify his location, so they wouldn't lie about that. They obviously cast themselves in a bad light. Why would they lie about that?
Well, how about this? We can't prove who did whatever wrong. So, let's reconnect the engines, get moving again, and we'll have everybody down here. I see there's a table right outside the engine room. We'll get everybody down here, have one person at the helm. So Darth or whatever can stay up there by the ship. Everybody else will be right down here, and we'll have a clear view of anybody that tries to fuck with the engines. How many more hours are we out from the mass relay? Mass relay.
We're a solid half day. It's going to be a long trip, but
We can sleep in ships, but as
we
long
can
as
do
there's I don't think anybody should be left by themselves.
Chargers. That's a wise decision, brother. But what if that's what they want us to do? They could sabotage something else, or maybe go after Arcanics.
I don't know.
They were looking for.
That's what I got.
I'm trying to think of the name. They were looking for cyborgs, essentially, right? The ones that were abducting in the first place.
Biotics.
Biotics.
Yep.
Okay. So probably not what he's hooked up with, but more.
More minor, yeah.
Okay.
you have some biotics, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would still count.
That's my idea. Let's get everybody together, but I don't know. 'Cause if anybody tries to, if one person tries to start shit, they'll have 11 other people.
Yeah.
On.
Gonna get clapped.
They're gonna fuck around. They're gonna find out. Micah, give me a. Is it a Constitution check?
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution. Bliss.
Yeah, because this is just D&D. I mean,
I'm trying to remember what did they change from
Oh,
fifth
A
to
Constitution
this?
save or a Constitution check?
Yeah, that's good.
Would be the difference?
Yeah, your
Some-
Constitution was save.
If you're proficient in that save.
Yeah. A check is like a skill.
It's like a passive thing. It'll be just a save then. Constitution saving throw.
12.
Artanics, you kind of just like go down to one knee. The doctor rushes over to you. She takes her Omni tool out and she starts to scan you and
Stabs you with the blade.
she's seeing that you're witch. That you've lost a significant amount of blood, and it's going to take a little while for you to build that blood back up. So you're going to feel dizzy, and Jesse, if you want to do a medicine check to verify her prognosis, but she recommends that she takes you back up to the med bay and get you back at least hooked up to scans and maybe some like I think like IV drip or whatever, right?
26.
You bust out your Omni tool as well, do a couple of readings, and you do see that his blood pressure's low, his heart rate is high. He probably shouldn't even be awake right now, but he at least should be laying down and resting.
Yeah, I'm somehow like downstairs with everybody, or what?
Yeah.
I imagine we just picked you up and put you in a chair.
Oh, okay. I was like, wasn't I still in the bay? Med bay?
Anyway, that's my thought. I can't think of anything else.
The captain agrees. Like, yeah, we should.
Because as long as we're sitting here, we're still being pursued by Cerberus.
For the
They're
time
gonna know
being,
they're gonna know we're gonna go for the only mass relay in the area.
it's true. We need to keep these engines on. We need to keep the ship moving. But I do agree with the doctor. We need to get Artanics back up.
Okay.
So I'll send the doctor up with him, and she very sternly looks at the doctor and is like, keep an eye on him.
Jesse, why don't you go with the doctor because you're Solarian, you're not gonna fall asleep.
She instructs the doctor to not fall asleep again. So the doctor, get your arm around her neck and kind of lifts you up and carries you back up to the med bay, lays you down, and you kind of stare up at the ceiling, and everything just kind of goes hazy again as you kind of like drift into like a light slumber. Back down on the engineering deck. I'll get you guys down there, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. I can do this. Exclude Micah. Oh. Oops. This one. Close it. Do you? Nope. Yep. Yep. He's up there.
There's one sound in this track that has been bugging me this whole time. It does like an echo effect of this one note. It's like, but it sounds like the sound SpongeBob's shoes make when he walks. It just like fades out.
Alright, so we got the Spectre, Darth, Krieg, Akapor, El Capitan, Enar, Minor. I'm never going to remember your name because this is complicated.
Vandora.
Vandora,
With a V. Vandora.
and Brusque are all down on the engineering deck. Disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Jared on here.
Now they're going to find out it was you, Jerry.
Activating camouflage. I was just playing
You're
stupid. the
missing
whole
somebody.
time.
Yeah.
Trying to sabotage your ship. You're still on.
I was gonna say, I tricked you all. I wasn't playing stupid after all. Ha ha! I really am. Yeah, slap me back. I'm gonna be the man at the computer. For now, at least. I'm just gonna keep doing whatever I can to dig up information, lock stuff down, get maximum efficiency, get us the hell out of here, keep us moving, all that good stuff.
So, Micah and the medican,
The Medican,
the medical
right next to the Batorian.
are in the med bay,
Yep.
and the pilot's back up the pilot chair.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Pilot never left his ship. He's been up there getting the ship back online.
Can he seal himself in that room?
I'll say that between Jared and the mechanic, you guys can basically lock down the elevator so that nobody can get up there.
Alright. Alright, who has some fucking cards? Because we're gonna stay up for 6 goddamn hours while this thing fucking. We'll take our first shift.
Learn how to play a game called Fizbin. Wait, that's the wrong universe. Love that episode.
Yeah, basically that's my idea. Oh, I am gonna retrieve my armor. I am gonna get fully armed.
That's on the deck above you.
Yeah. I do want to do that before we go into the 6-hour lockdown because I want to access my tactical scanner and my missile launcher.
Okay. Anybody else want to? Captain, kind of annoyed. Like anybody else need any last minute things they need before we start our little camp out?
I already said when I woke up I was grabbing my armor and a suit and a
Well, do you want
space
to go
suit.
with me, Mom? Want to give a shit?
I figured I already had mine, but I can go with you if that helps. The
So I have an alibi.
right. That's what I meant.
She's she's like kind of do you want to go up by yourself there, Krieg?
Do you want to come with me, Cap?
I don't know.
Do
I? She'll send
Kind of odd you don't want him to have his armor.
Captain. So it begins the space madness.
You see one of us eating a bar of soap in the other room.
She sends a Batarian up with you.
It's normal for you.
Space.
She sends a Batarian up with you to keep an eye on you as you go do your thing.
The Batarian's like, why? Is that because I have 4 eyes? You think I'm going to keep a better eye on him?
Yeah. Out of all 4 of those eyes, you have to have one of the best eyes on here.
You want me to roll anything?
I don't know. What are you doing, John?
He's gonna go get my shit.
Okay.
There's something.
Alright.
Are you gonna try to deceive someone?
No, I'm gonna get my shit.
Okay.
Come
I'm
back.
gonna have to change your mind. Like, plenty of them.
You come back. The Batarian's following you. Captain asks, like, did you happen to see the doctor?
No.
You as you walked past the medic room, you saw that the door was shut.
Okay. I see that.
Okay.
I'll put a piece of duct tape over the door. Be like, if the door opens.
Well, no.
Well, no.
You take a piece of hair and like lick it, and stick it there.
Yep.
Okay. Mike, I'm gonna have you do another Constitution saving throw for me.
Slowly activating.
It's recovering.
Trying to see if you're gonna come back to life or if you're just gonna kick the bucket.
14.
He's been making death saving throws this whole time.
I mean, almost. As the doctors got you hooked up to like multiple, you had like a blood bag hooked up to you. an IV hooked up, and you're just kind of succumbing to the fact that you're just going to be out of commission for a minute, even though you know something weird is going on the ship, and you want to help, but your body's just not up to the task right now. It's been too brutalized, and you're like,
I picture him trying to
need
throw
to heal.
suggestions and know they come out as yeah, okay, I have time.
yeah. Okay, Dad.
Tongue just flops out the side of my mouth.
Back of my days, get all the fat bitches. Okay, Grandpa. But you finally just kind of surrender to yourself, and you just kind of fall asleep. The last thing you see is the doctor just kind of. I'll call her the medic because the doctor is the doctor on the planet. So the medic is just kind of standing over you, monitoring your life signs, and then just kind of keeping yourself awake this time.
So you're approaching with a fucking needle.
She's just like, works every time.
Walks away without doing
You see her holding a pillow.
Pillow covered in needles.
Just look at the flowers, Artanix.
But like darkness comes over your eyes, and you
Darkness is prison.
prison you all that you
All that
see.
you see.
Absolute horror.
I cannot live. I cannot die. This is all coming together.
Yep.
Jeremy, did you plan this?
I swear I didn't. So yeah.
Metallica, TTRPG.
A few, I'll say about 30 to 45 minutes pass. You're kind of just down there, just somebody found like a bouncy ball and was like throwing it against the wall and kind of. And you hear a muffled scream coming from the deck above.
Did it sound like me?
Captain didn't go back up, did she?
Captain's not here. She's kind of looking alarmed herself.
Who's unaccounted for then right now?
She's like, you're looking around. You see everyone but Artanix and the medic and the other pilot.
The specter's down there.
Kyron is like, here's the elevator. She's this one. She's kind of, oops, wrong map. This one, kind of back here. And you're all looking in the direction of the elevator as the scream. You kind of, it's very muffled. But you definitely, it sounded like somebody screaming.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna lock down all the doors.
Okay.
Is that just a given, or?
You basically have like full, let's say like full access to the ship, but you have like
Options.
yeah.
Okay, so I want to lock down all the doors.
Okay.
I want to remove all the oxygen from all the rooms except for ones that we know our allies are in. So the med bay, I'm assuming, is where
Okay.
Artanix and the doctor's at.
Okay.
And then this room.
Okay.
And possibly the bridge because we have a
Right,
pilot
yeah.
there.
Okay. Well, I thought everybody was accounted for down here except for those two.
No,
up
the
there.
pilot's also
Okay, well, I'll leave the pilot, area, bridge.
Yep.
Bridge. I'll leave the bridge.
Okay.
But lock down all the other rooms and vent the oxygen.
Okay. Ooh. The captain's like, a bit extreme, but I need to work. She's like, okay, do it.
Do whatever I need to.
Those exact noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
That's not the noises the ship made. That's the noises he made.
Yeah. No.
Um.
Oh no, I can't. Oh no, I can't breathe anymore.
What's the guy from Grandma's Boy? He's like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a robot. I have a robot vagina.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You've vented, I will say like 80% of the ship's oxygen, and you wait 4, 5, 6 minutes, and you don't hear any more noise. Surely anything that breathes oxygen is likely dead.
How long were you able to hold your breath?
I'm always hooked up.
Yeah, but I mean, your backstory.
Yeah.
As to why you're a little dumb.
Yeah.
You lost oxygen at some point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How long were you able to hold your breath at that point?
Oh, I see.
Apparently I struck something there.
I thought he was in character.
No.
Yeah, you're dumb. Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
Your point.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It's even better than
Oscar worthy appearance.
Yeah. It's canon now.
Yeah.
We'll wait a reasonable amount of time, whatever, like 15 minutes or so, or whatever.
Okay.
Do we hear any other commotion?
No. No commotion. You kind of like, all right. Heck is like, it's gotta be done by now.
Okay.
Wait.
I agree.
Might I suggest I can restore, get oxygen pumped back in or whatever. Might I suggest turning anti-grav off while we locate? That might slow down if anybody lived through that. They might have an air pack or whatever themselves, but
Makes
Okay,
sense.
Zero G fighting.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
okay.
Do I know this is happening?
You're down here with them, yes.
Okay, that may be bad for our fucking comatose patient.
Eh.
Well, those rooms are still locked down. I assume it wouldn't affect those rooms if I isolate it still.
If you turn off anti-grav, the whole ship's gonna go
The
zero
whole
G.
ship. Okay.
Plus, I suppose there's an argument to be made if you turn it 0G, then they can move around more silently.
Fair points. Captain.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear footsteps.
Alright, well, I can restore oxygen and unlock select doors so we can get around. Maybe.
Wait, can you pump laughing gas into this room?
Captain? I'll start looking.
Damn, we're all out of nitrous oxide. She goes, bring air back to the ship. We're gonna go through, sweep everything. We need to figure out what happened up there.
Okay. I'll restore oxygen, but I suggest maybe we go one room at a time as far as unlocking everything. Not just throw everything open at once.
You're gonna Scooby Doo it?
Yeah.
Well, let's just go to the next room up because that's the elevator. If you switch the map, will put us right in front of the med bay.
Where that muffled scream may have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll limit it to where they can access the med bay and see what happened.
All right.
But I will personally stay at the computer, communicate with everybody if I need to.
Alright, so who's going where? Jared, you're staying down to the computer. John's
Going up.
going up. Minor.
I can go up.
Micah ain't going nowhere. Jesse, what about you? Where do you want to do?
I'll stay with Micah.
You're downstairs with Jared. You want to go up with us to Micah?
The doctor went up with Micah by herself.
Oh, I thought I was going with her.
No.
Didn't realize that plan changed.
The captain asked that she sends Darth up to the bridge with his brother. She doesn't ask. She's sending her brother and his
Commanding
brother up.
Okay.
If, actually, she wants to check out the bridge first. Because he's the only one by himself. And if without him, somebody to pilot the ship. So we'll go up there, we'll check. He's fine, we'll leave his brother there with him. We'll go check, we'll clear the rest of the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Why did my music stop? Oh, because it ended.
I was just gonna start singing it, but I'm like, I could just look this up.
Jinkies!
Mr. Henderson!
One of the other videos I saw on here is called Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine Driving Ambience. Thunder, rain, motor, wind sounds, and music. And it's 2 hours long.
That's one of those ones that like go to sleep to.
Yeah.
I want to hear where they're doing the bong rip in the back seat.
Hear the bubbling. Yeah. That's wrong, Raggy!
Like Scoob, that was totally righteous.
You can make a Scooby sandwich.
You know what? Your dog lips all over the bong, man.
That's not how this works, Scoob.
No, I said bong, not dong.
Zoinks.
Creepy of a song, this one.
Labs 1 or 2?
No, MSV Worthington.
Oh, that's Ilos, isn't it?
No. It's similar. It's one of the ships, like abandoned ships that you find just floating in space.
Oh, that one. That is creepy.
Where like all the crew's dead.
Yep.
And you're like reading all the logs of what happened.
If anything creeped me out in those any of those side missions, it was the 1 or 2 that you found those abandoned ships. I'm like,
Just full of
this
husks.
is just nope.
So you guys head up to the bridge. What? I wish I could do this without having to do this. Ciao. Ciao.
Ka-chow.
Bitch, I said ka-chow. Thank you. Ignore them floating in space. They're not there.
Not yet.
There we go.
Objects in space.
You see a very terrified Solarian. He's like, I heard something come down there. You guys are all okay?
Bitch, I told you to steal the room.
There's only one elevator, and you guys took it. So I was worried something happened to you guys. What's going on down there?
The pilot?
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out. Captain wants to check on you first.
I could use some new shorts, but I'm all right. Darth goes up and assumes his position at the helm, and
I love it. Same icon, just
I just mirrored him. They're twins.
New shorts.
He goes, ship's running fine, it seems. I did notice the whole purging of oxygen. That was clever. Risky, but clever. I hope that whatever's on the ship is taken care of now. And
We just find a fucking ape. Just a human, just a fucking Earth ape. Just fucking
gorilla.
unconscious. Just like, no fucking reason.
it's Harambe.
He's got like a fucking, like a revolver
child.
and a bullwhip. Just the weirdest shit. Like, what the fuck happened?
A revolver, a bullet, one of those like banker
Yeah,
visors.
Visor. Like, where the fuck did this come from?
They are pumping laughing gas into the ship.
got a broken cyanide tooth tablet laying on there.
Just foaming out of his mouth. The twins in unison both look at the captain and say, you know, be safe. We'll be up here. Don't worry about us.
They say that together.
Yep. now that they're within like they're within range of each other. They're hooked back up psychically again.
The brainwaves.
So you guys want to head down to the crew deck? Yes.
Yes.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Come on. Come on. Is it sometimes do this?
Because roll 20 is slow. It is this slow.
Okay. I'm just gonna move them out of the way. If they're in space, that's not where they are. Just don't want to. Alright, you see coming off the elevator here, you can't see my mouse. Coming off the elevator here, you see
Where's the door?
right here. The door to the med bay is shut.
Okay.
And you see not a trail of blood, but definitely like there was something scraping along the floor going towards the front of the ship,
Alright.
coming from the med bay.
Boom, boom, boom. On the door of the med bay.
Nothing.
Did you unlock that door?
Everything to the med bay.
I'll open it. Chunk it out.
You open it up. You see Artanix laying on the table, hooked up to his IV and blood bag, and you see in the corner, laying unconscious, is the doctor, is the medic.
Okay. Jesse, you want to give her a once over?
I could, then I don't feel like she'll learn a lesson.
Jesse, I want you to look up the Hippocratic Oath and read it.
Solarians
I
from
never said I was licensed.
It's not the hypocritic oath.
What about the Hippopotamus Oath?
the Hippodrome.
Jesse, if you want to look her over, give me a medicine check.
Seven.
She's unconscious.
Clearly something happened.
She is breathing. But she got a bonk on the head. El kabonk.
El kabonk.
Hey, Papa Pal Mitch.
Wait, so there's
Finally, your
blood leading
pale
up to the
queen.
medic bay door?
Not blood. It's almost like something heavy was dragged. Like there's scratches in the floor. I'm not sure why I said blood. Blood came to mind.
Is something missing from the med bay?
No. It's pretty sparse. Like there's just a few. Like you got the IV thing here. Some medical, like cabinets with medical supplies in it. Like the monitor's like integrated in with the bed, so it's not like it's on its own little stand.
Can I do a diagnostic on Micah's like chart? Like if he took off his equipment at any time in the past like 20 minutes?
Sure. Give me I'll do science or medicine, whichever one you want.
That one.
That one. There's some squiggly lines on there, John.
You're like, yes, it makes sense. She's a
Oh
doctor.
yes.
According to this, it's never been on.
I hate it when it's the I and the O. I never know which one's on and which one's off.
Zero is nothing.
They both start with O though. None of them start with I. Yeah, there's
What about you?
nothing out of the
Ordinary.
ordinary. Ordinary.
Not a lot of options I have here. I'm not a surgy type on my.
Well, I'm assuming I can't just like spam you know, spam science on this computer like until I get it.
I mean, I'd be
I probably
rolling.
get like a one and done.
I'd be rolling a +0. But
I do that every day at work. I just continue to stare at my computer until I fucking realize something. Like,
I said I got a +0.
Well, better than my one I naturally rolled.
Well, there's a 7.
6 better than what I got.
you don't see you can clearly recognize the patterns of like his life signs. That nothing looks different. There's no like earlier. There's no spikes.
His heart rate didn't rocket up and like.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't look like he went and ran a marathon.
All right.
He looks like he's been laying down sleeping.
All right. Well, let's go see what they dragged this thing.
Did the captain go up with the brothers?
The captain is with you guys. She left the brothers on the bridge.
Okay. I'll ask the captain if
So you're
she
still
wants.
down at the control room.
Yeah. Which is right next door.
To the bridge.
No, I asked if she went up, and he said no. She's with us.
Sorry, are you still on the computer in the?
Yeah, I'm
SRM?
not leaving the computer.
Okay, so
yet.
sorry, I was bad at explaining this.
Okay.
Bridge, crew deck,
Yeah.
engineering,
Yeah.
garage.
Okay.
You're on engineering if you
Engineering.
stayed with the engine and the console.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave the console until
Okay,
pretty
so
much we solve
yeah,
this.
the
or I'm
captain
forced
went
to.
up to the bridge to check.
Okay,
on-
I thought she stayed with us.
No, she went up.
Okay.
She went to the bridge, and then she's currently with the party as
Though to be fair, I'm sure we got.
Okay.
on the crew deck.
I'm sure we have intercoms too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just as a safety precaution, this might not even be all that major a deal, but I would like to lock our room down, the engineering room,
Okay.
and then if anybody needs to return or whatever,
go
they
ahead.
can get permission or whatever. But okay, that's all I wanted.
All right.
What'd you have, Minor?
I rolled that 7. That's.
Oh, I
last
thought
thing
you were saying something.
Oh no.
10 on perception to see the scratch marks.
You follow the scratch marks, and they lead up to the torpedo bay.
Awesome.
Is the door still locked?
It's not open. Assuming it's locked because of Jared's
Locked down, locked
interventions.
Is there? Are there any other? Are all the doors leading up to the torpedo bay also locked?
Yes.
I can ask. I assume Darth or Garth could be able to check this, but we have external sensors still, right?
Yes.
Nothing coming up on us.
We don't detect any ships within billions of miles.
20 on perception on this hallway. Where do the scratch marks end at that door?
You tell they go in that room.
How? The door was locked. All right. Hey, bro.
Maybe it is a liquid Terminator.
You want to do me a solid and unlock the torpedo bay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it.
You open the torpedo bay, and flooding out from there is like the red lights, and you see a couple of torpedoes in their like racks, and you see 3 launcher tubes, and 2 of the launcher tubes are like sealed. Or sorry, 2 of them are open, and 1 of them is like shut.
We're now part of the movie Gremlins. In space. Where capitalism will never reach. Space.
Yeah.
That'll never get old. That's so weird.
Can the torpedo tube be opened from the inside leading out into space? Or is it just an open...
Like, you mean, so...
Is there a vacuum, like, seal between the outside of the ship and the torpedo tube? Or, like, once you open that and load it, it's just space?
No, there's like an airlock, basically.
Okay. I want to take a smoke grenade
Okay.
and open up the middle tube, toss it in, and close it.
Okay.
All right. This is my plan.
Start selling
I
it.
don't think we're. This is actually my theory. I don't think we're dealing with something organic. I think we're dealing with robotic. Something robotic.
The thought had crossed my mind.
Because
but,
if we turn off the fucking oxygen in the 6 alive for 6 minutes,
Yeah.
this thing's a fucking machine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a geth. If we picked up some geth, or what?
Got a bad case of the Geth.
We're gonna get infestation.
We're playing Geth Who.
Geth.
Ah.
But
It's like space.
There it is. That's the
So-
one for the night.
It's space scurvy.
That's the name of the episode. Is Geth Who.
Get through.
Well, should I make it a frag? I have a frag.
The captain sees you like
But what's a smoke grenade going to do? Is what, I guess what.
If
she sees you reach for your smoke grenade, and then slowly like pan over to a frag grenade. She's like, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, we got live torpedoes in there?
I
Could
mean,
be.
they're currently sealed from the vacuum of space right now, and I'm sure if you throw a frag grenade, they would no longer be sealed from the vacuum of space. So.
alright, bring the frag.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open it. When you guys get back behind like the torpedoes and get into cover.
We're going to hide behind the explosives.
I'm on it.
What else would I find? Look at this room. Look at this room. It's a cone. Do you want to get outside in the door?
Yeah, look from the outside of the tube.
No matter.
That way you'll see if anything comes out.
Yeah, right.
I hate to say it, but I do have a spacesuit on.
Miner's just like, do it, pussy.
Jesus. All right. If you want to put where everybody is on the map here, I'm just gonna throw up this fucking.
All right, big man.
Hell yeah.
You walk up to the
Eat this
closed torpedo tube, and there's like a lever that comes up, and you have to like, and it opens up.
Okay.
Do you want to open it away from you, to where you're like, how do I illustrate this?
What I want to do, Jeremy, is I'm gonna have my shotgun point like up,
Okay.
and then just as soon as it gets open, the nozzle's going in, and I am firing around.
Okay. The captain goes like this as you open. Yes.
Is it, can Darth or Garth tell us if any of the torpedo tubes are empty? Of torpedoes, at least.
Would I be able to check from the console?
Kinar, he's the quartermaster and he's the weapons officer. He's like he was like, how many torpedoes are in the racks? You look and you see every rack is full of torpedoes. There's not a missing torpedo. He's like, then they're all. Then
We're
they're
just keep one in the chamber.
Yeah, this ain't Detroit. We don't keep one in the chamber. We keep that.
I just
thing
don't
on
want you to
you.
fire a round into the back of a live torpedo either. So.
Yeah, no, there is no torpedo in a tube currently.
Okay. Any other? Wait. Anybody else? Okay.
Do it.
Wait, objection.
You're coma. Shut up.
All right.
What's that about a poodle in the shower?
Nat 1. What happens? The Nat 1.
You open the door. Shove your
Shot
shot.
fucking Nat 1 of the night.
You shove you shove your shotgun in. Pull the trigger, and the recoil and your just anticipation and like overall just kind of like uncomfortable frightness. The recoil knocks the shotgun out of your hand as it fires.
Okay.
And you shut the door after the shot.
Quick, take some actions. John's getting all your ones tonight.
Yeah. That was the time to roll 20s.
Does anything happen? Or do you want us to go to initiatives?
You drop your shotgun and shut the door. You don't hear any like motherfucker coming from inside the torpedo tube.
Or robotic squealing.
So either you killed it or there's nothing in
I'm gonna
there.
retrieve my shotgun.
Okay.
This time I'm just gonna open it up.
Sounds like nobody saw that.
What did we learn?
That was practice.
I like to think that
Mulligan.
he opened it, and then it flew back, but he tried to shut it like he meant to do all that. Like, just get it shut as fast as he could.
Performance, see if I figure think they will.
20.
A 7.
Okay. You almost stuck the landing. I'll give you a 6 out on that one.
Alright.
Yeah, my insight was another dirty 20. I know.
How do you use so many fucking dirty 20 to make effective?
Miner stole all your juice from you.
Somebody
I don't
just
say anything though. I'm just
Yeah.
standing back
It was
there,
like-
talking stuff.
Get a weapon out or something. And be ready to
I
hit
got
it.
my Tempest out.
Okay,
I got
okay.
biotics.
Okay.
I don't even need it.
John's so
Gone.
mad and flustered at rolling ones. Like, do something.
I'm gonna open the door. I'm just gonna open the door. No rules required. I'm just gonna open the door and get to the side.
Okay. You open the door. You get to the side. You're kind of, you don't see in it because you're behind the door. But Miner, you don't see anything inside other than some like scarring or scorch marks from the shotgun and some like pitting where the rounds entered the tube and impacted. Good job, John. You killed the tube.
Good.
Well, there's 2 other tubes, right?
The
But
hatches are
they
open.
were open. the
Oh,
whole
those are
time.
okay. Those are open.
Tack light. Is that an empty?
It's empty.
Garth, do you know? Have we discharged any munitions in the past? Like, there's got to be some sensor that'll tell you when the external torpedo tube has been opened or something.
I haven't detected a launch of any type.
Am I hearing this over comms or anything? Are they open or
Yeah, they're
are they
open.
closed? Okay. Did they come in through there instead of leaving?
We didn't see anything out of place though.
We're in the middle of space. Like, we're not near a star for any kind of light on the exterior, is it?
No,
Okay.
like you're like
The thought was if I
If you
went
want to
through
get out
the-
there,
that was my
be
thought.
my
but,
guest.
but you wouldn't be able to see anything anyways because you're in fucking black space.
Yeah.
So.
no. I would say the stars behind you. If you were to go to the front of the ship, you'd be in shadow.
Yeah.
You're like leaving the star system.
I'll be back.
He's the Terminator.
all right. Well, so the scrape marks.
Mm-hmm. Day 4.
Do they lead to this tube?
They kind of end shortly after they enter this room.
Okay.
They kind of just end in the middle of the room.
That would have been nice to know.
Look up!
Yeah, I'll scan the whole fucking room.
Give me a perception, buddy.
19.
Here we go.
You see the scratch marks. Carefully inspecting these scratch marks, you see that it's something that has like 4 legs, like a table, a chair, or something that has 4 distinct legs has been dragged.
Are we playing prop hunt now?
Start shooting everything.
Yeah. That toaster moved!
Did we have an Elcor on board? They're big and have
It
4
just
limbs.
stiffed its legs.
So it was something was dragged
He's got
in
the
here,
scurvy.
and now it's gone.
You don't see what remain like what.
Was there anything gone from the rec room?
You didn't notice. You don't see anything in this room that would like fit the footprint of the scratch marks.
Okay. Is there a vent in this room?
Yes.
Is it below that vent?
Not directly, but yes. And the vent is intact.
Yeah, but is there a hatch to the vent? Could it easily be closed and put back in place if it was opened?
There's definitely like hardware, like screws, holding it in place. Like it's not like it's a hatch thingy that you can open and close.
Oh my god, we're playing Among Us.
I was literally just thinking that like 10 seconds before you said that. Gotta call team meeting now.
Oh, you guys can use the torpedo tubes to eject each other. Bye, Jesse.
No, God, please.
Brack's like, yes, this is 100% Among Us.
That's one of the fun things about Lethal Company is if you fail your mission, you just get ejected into space.
If you don't meet the quota by the end. Just like, you're fired.
Bye.
Never played Among Us.
Can I do a tack scan
I watched a little bit of it, but I haven't played it.
to pick up any biological signals in this, or any forms in this room?
You do your scan. You detect yourself, minor, the captain.
16. If there's anything else in this room, they have to make a roll of deception. Okay.
There's nothing else in this room other than your critics.
Okay. Well, let's get back to the we'll get back to the medic, I guess. See if she's awake.
Jesse, I'll say you've been staying with the medic, and
He did say he was going. I'm not sure if he's back yet.
Okay.
I've been with the medic the whole time, though. Or have I?
Whoa. You haven't been with her, but she's been with you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Like your pants are unzipped for some reason. Jesse's been kind of like tending to the medic, and she is starting to come to. Clearly, she's like suffered a concussion, and she's like sitting up, back against the wall, kind of just, sitting up against the wall, kind of just situating herself to being conscious again.
So she's conscious or unconscious? Sorry.
Groggy.
She's groggy.
Yeah.
Coming to.
Yeah.
Coming as
I'll
well.
just be like, hey, did you see anything that happened to you? Why did you scream?
She kind of like. I was going over his vitals. And then something wrapped its arm around me, and then I got hit in the head. I remember.
It was a whip from an ape.
She got pistol whipped.
She got pistol whipped.
It was so hairy. What?
I heard that through my headphones.
What? Oh, his ringling?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bananas McGillicuddy.
Emphasis on the cutty.
Oh, well.
Money?
The medic is. She's like, please don't leave me up here alone again.
You got Artanics.
I just do a thumbs up.
Wait a minute.
I'm fine with going back to doing our thing. I'll stay up here.
lockdown.
Yeah,
You said you stay here.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
You have a bad dream.
Yeah, no one was petting me.
How far are we out from the relay?
I'd say you're still about between 9 and 10 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, I vote we go back into lockdown, and I'll stay in the room with her this time. Unless we're dealing with some kind of fucking shape changer, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's not a yog, is it?
I don't even remember what that is.
Kind of like an ape, but
The Yog is the original
shadow broker.
Shadow Broker.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah.
big things.
You would notice that running around.
Yeah.
the
Well, he threw out the ape suggestion. I'm
Just
like,
a-
yeah, it's kind of like an ape size.
12-foot tall behemoth with 4-foot ram horn sticking out of its head.
You know, I noticed a mammal of that size.
He's just sitting there, hiding in the corner behind a box. Like, see me?
He has a lamppost on him.
If I can't see them, they can't see me.
Cabra's like, I don't remember that stuffed Yog being over there.
He's like this.
There were just three stooges where they all had to hide and mow like shoved the lamp over and put the lamp shade on his head and just kind of stood there. And somebody walks in the room, grabs his tie, and pulls it like the thing, and the light comes on, and they turn away, and he like blows out the light. it was pretty slick.
Yeah. Go back to lockdown, and I'll babysit the fucking doctor.
Okay. Minor, do you have anything you'd like to do?
Where would you prefer me to be?
You're fine where you want to be, man. I'm just. I'm at my wit's end at this. You can tell, like, after being spaced is my one fear. I am, like, on edge. Like you can tell, like, that's probably why I dropped the shotgun in the torpedo tube, was I am shaking right now. So.
Well, I can leave you here, and Jesse's character's here too. I can head back down. With your brother.
It'll be nice.
Your brother's kind of by himself down there. I mean, not technically, but as far as our group goes.
Yeah.
I guess I can go back down.
Okay. So I can get my head straight. I got.
Let her to write it down.
That's so smart of you, John. So smart of you.
Why you gotta be so
Why are you
smart?
so smart? Alright, so we got Sonic the Hedgehog. In the med bay, we got Micah.
No, that's
Present.
Go ahead. No, that was one of the lines from the Scott Pilgrim thing in the first episode when he goes to pick up Ramona. And he talked about Pac-Man the first time. So he's like, you know, like there's that show Sonic, and there was actually two Sonics. There was one that was a little bit more serious and one was a little bit more comedic. Isn't it pretty funny that the same guy played Sonic in both shows, kind of nodding that we have now there's a version of Scout Program that's serious, and now there's a version of Scout Program that's a little more silly. That's clever. Okay, that's a very clever way to put it.
Alright, so I got. Oh, excuse me. I got Micah John and the medic in the med bay.
Yes.
And Jesse.
And Jesse.
And Jesse's going there. In the engineering, I have Jared. Mine, are you going back down?
Yeah.
On the bridge,
Captain coming down with me.
I got Darth. What does the captain want to do?
I feel like we should have somebody protecting the pilots.
She's thinking of going to the bridge as well. She's gonna go to the bridge. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got Kurgan the Batarian and the Spectre. They're gonna be in engineering. And okay. John, Jesse, I'll leave you up here.
I imagine I ride up to the bridge with the captain, and I'll maybe ask her like, "Ever been dead in space before?"
So there's been times that we've been just kind of drifting, but this one feels different.
It's 18 on insight. I'm just like, she seemed fairly nervous or calm or.
She's nervous. Like she said, there's been times where, run out of fuel, you have mechanical failure. This one, seems malicious. Like, this isn't just something breaking down, this is something, someone's doing something. She just doesn't know what yet, so she's finding it hard to trust. And as she exits the elevator, she does not turn her back to you. And then she waits until the door's shut.
As the door's shut, I think Vandor is just kind of as the door shuts, she's just kind of like she's been trying to hide being nervous too, so now she's just kind of okay.
Oh man! Thank you for the raid, Schizo Freak. Schizo Freak just raided us. Hello there.
Hi everybody. Monkey John just has to
And then
stand for a
down to
second.
engineering.
Yep. So Miner, you actually leave the elevator by yourself. You are the only one to have been by yourself for any period of time lately,
Just on the elevator from the bridge down to the engineering.
as far as anyone knows.
I'm not getting off anywhere else.
Burn him! Kill him, you did
Space him.
it! Space him.
How do you keel haul somebody in space?
Same method. I mean, just time to kill and fly out in space. They'll get fucked anyway.
Do we have space barnacles? You exit the elevator and everyone's kind of looking at you.
I think we would have said something on comms on letting people know, hey, captain's going to the bridge. I'm coming back down to engineering.
Yeah, but they still are. Everyone's on edge. It's one of those like
you can't rationalize irrational fear.
Yeah, like we're in a somewhat uncharted.
At least alleviating any. If they were expecting more than just me, at least, we would have said that on comms. Like, hey, it's
Yeah.
just me coming down.
They didn't draw their weapons at you or anything like that, but
Right.
they're definitely like, It's you're in like a semi unexplored system, so.
Can I open up a secret channel to my actual party members?
Sure.
I want to open up a comm channel to just like everybody. Excluding Urtanix for this moment, because we're not sure what's going on with him right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, if we see each other, if this thing is a shapeshifter, okay, we see each other. We're gonna save a password. Password is gonna be Juggalo. I heard there's these Earthlings that enjoyed this clown band and a certain kind of soda.
They are down to clown.
They're down to clown. So if we see each other, we look at each other and say Juggalo, then we'll know we are the real people. Okay?
Okay.
Well, Schmidl.
Juggalo's easier to say. All right. I'm just closing the comm channel.
Okay.
Why don't we just throw a red X on all of our foreheads?
Rex! Rex!
So yeah, she's down to engineering.
And as I walk up to Trogdor, Juggalo. Juggalo.
Give her to him.
Did you know that George Harrison put up the money to make Life of Brian?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
insane to me.
I saw that the other day.
He was on the set like a lot too.
All right. So Maya, you
Most
join.
expensive movie ticket he's ever paid.
Right.
As you sit down at the table, you see Kyron coming out of the armory. And she looks to sit down, but you've taken her seat instead. That's not you. That's him. Actually, no. She just takes her seat because there's one open seat. You can't see what I'm doing.
Nope.
What's he doing over there? What's the dog doing?
There is a double.
Oh no, there's two of them!
There he is.
We figured it out.
Clerical error.
Clerics are here?
I'm kind of a paladin.
Techno paladin.
Jared, you're
My techno bard.
you continue to get the engines back up to their normal operating. They were off for a long enough period of time and they had they cooled down. And you trying to bring them back up.
Manual reset or something. Yeah.
So you're still working at that terminal.
Yeah.
But as you sit back down, Miner, the Batarian kind of looks at you and kind of side eyes towards Kyron.
So what'd I miss? I just asked generally, just out to everybody. Like, kind of in a casual manner, like, hey, so what I miss?
That's
How's it going?
it was kind of quiet down here. We heard a shot, and Kyron thought it was down here in the armory.
We were testing to see if something was in a torpedo tube.
Oh, I mean, she came back, but she didn't say she saw anything, so I'm assuming it was nothing. But
It was to shoot first and ask questions later, but there wasn't anything.
A question.
Question.
looks like you took care of the problem then.
Maybe, but doubtful. I think it was just shooting into an empty tube.
He even without rolling an insight check, you see that he's kind of questioning why the Spectre went off on her own for a minute or two. You can see it in his eyes.
All of them.
All four of them.
So everyone been staying together down here?
I mean,
I'm just asking out loud. Again, this is to everybody, not directed.
she kind of looks insulted. She sees the Batarian kind of acting funny too, and she's like, I heard a shot. I'm investigating. It was coming from the front of the ship. I assumed something was in the armory. Nobody had checked the armory yet. Yeah, I went off by myself, but there was nothing in there.
You've earned yourself 2 demerits.
50 DKP minus.
10 demerits, you'll be ejected into space.
10 points to Gryffindor.
And a third demerit for not recognizing that it came from above, not just forward.
What's the conversion rate from demerits to shroot bucks?
Shroot bucks.
Same for unicorns to leprechauns.
Another space-time fun bucks. You ordered too many space-time fun bucks.
Blitz and shits going on.
Blitz and shits, yeah. God, he's getting a high scored Roy.
I'll look right at the Spectre back. You realize how suspicious it looks when you don't even ask for someone to come with you, right? I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying you should be smarter than that, right?
I can take care of myself. If anything comes after me, I'll
I'm not worried about
easily handle it.
the concern isn't about your specific safety. Everyone's.
She's kind of at a loss for words. She's like, okay, yes, but, and kind of admits defeat on the conversation.
I feel like this is the episodes of fucking Space Coast where nobody can go to sleep. We're like, we're on each other's throats at this point.
What kit?
A mind erasing kit.
All the
What kit?
The Spider-Man all pointing at each other.
We jump ahead in the future where everything's all right, and you see Vandor working on a resume. Got a Spectre to shut up.
Inspiration.
Micah, give me an insight. Sorry. Yes, insight. Sorry. Insight.
17.
You
I'm able to determine I'm still unconscious.
you start to dream again. You're in your father's or you're in your family's compound on your way to meet with your father for the first time in years. It's been so long you can't even really remember how long it's been since the last time you saw your father. Since the last time you stepped on Paladin.
We're not passing a sector or a system called the Cthulhu or Lovecraft. Or
There's sure there's a TNG episode just like this. But you open like large ornate doors into like the common room where your father's giving a briefing before mission, and his mission is to infiltrate and either capture or destroy a corrupted family, Turian patriarchy. And you see, you've got your cores that you've been let's say questing with, working with for the past couple of weeks, standing around the table, coming up with plans to infiltrate this compound and execute this mission. And then John and Jesse, give me a
Things that make you go,
John and Jesse, give me a perception check.
13, sir.
Well, this would go real bad if I start turning into Gray Fox all of a sudden with my comedy
You're both unaware. You're kind of you're I wouldn't say your backs are turned to Artanix, but you're definitely not focusing on him, and you don't see that he's having almost like a nightmare, like his body's like twitching and moving around, and all of a sudden he shoots up, and Artanix, your eyes open up, you're in a cold sweat, and you see the medic sitting in the corner with an ice pack against her head. You see Krieg and Bruce standing in the room, kind of, I was like keeping guard, but just kind of staying alert. And they're, John and Jesse, you're both startled as he shoots up. It's his face.
Yeah,
we all just,
what boy, right?
Tactical scan.
God, I wish I could. Oh man, I wish we had like what's it called in Mansions, the psychic damage.
Oh, the
Horror.
Sanity. Horror test. You said
Sanity.
Sanity.
Yeah.
You guys are. It's John and Jesse, you're both starting to like lose grip on reality.
Okay.
Kind of.
What you could do is we do the D12 thing if you like. If you get a 1 or 2, we get like more and more crazy. Maybe you could start doing actions for us or something. I don't know.
I won't take control of your character, but I will say you are inching closer and closer to just having a complete meltdown.
Okay.
Like things are happening on the ship that like none of this has happened before. And you're starting to freak out, man. It's getting weird, man. And I'll go back to Minor. I forgot what we were talking about.
I just got her to shut up.
Oh yeah,
Kyron disappearing.
Not really going to press that issue any further. I can tell she's annoyed, and I think I got my point across.
Okay.
But no sense in exacerbating the situation any further. So
She's kind of brooding. Like when you've been in an argument and you lost, and you're kind of just sitting there stewing, and you're like, well, nobody saw where Keenar was. How come nobody questioned him? Nobody saw where Akapor was. Why am I the only one being questioned? The captain was in her quarters, apparently. Was she? I don't know.
you're only being questioned now of your actions after we implemented a lockdown, so to speak.
Well, I figured I'm just trying to help. I need to get off this ship. I need to get back to the Citadel. Why would I jeopardize that mission?
Again, I wasn't accusing you of being a saboteur. I was just reminding you of how suspicious it could look if you just went off by yourself.
I'll concede that point, but can we trust the rest of these people on the ship?
Don't know.
How many humans are on the crew?
I don't think there's a human
No,
in this
0.
story.
Or is there?
We got a gorilla, but no.
He's just
Surely
somewhere. He's just a guy in a gorilla
There's a
suit.
simian somewhere on the ship.
You just hear them just say,
All this episode, the simian snare.
Hey man,
I still like the Gethu.
fucking ape with a revolver and a whip.
Here's a.
I'm just picturing an ape doing the thing from, I forget which Metal Gear it was, where Ocelot's doing the
Bugger
fucking...
The funny thing was,
Yes.
when I used to play Sea of Thieves, we used to always play it. It was me, Sage, and her younger brother, and him and I were always like on the same page, and Sage was like, "Sure, it sounds good." One time, he did something, and like we were going to do one thing, and then his like ADD kicked in. He was like, "Actually, we should be doing this." So then like Sage got annoyed with it, and I was like, "I mean, it makes sense." And he started making fun of her, and then we just started. She was getting flustered and trying to like contend to actual points. And we both just started going, and just driving the boat where we want to. It's turning into caveman monkeys.
Return to monk.
So here's a question, player to DM.
Yes.
How, I guess maybe Van Dora's thinking it. The whole, I suppose, for lack of a better term, it's like the mind meld thing that Asari can do.
Okay.
Is that something that could be done to go through and check everyone's memories? It's kind of an exhausting thing, though, I think. But also, then again, you gotta have credibility, you know.
It's easier if the person you're doing it to is like willing.
Right.
If you do it by force, like you have to like basically kick in the door, and it's going to exhaust you.
You gotta get in there.
Right.
You gotta really get in there, you know.
It's just a thought, though. But even then, if I did that, you know, there would have to be reason for everyone else to believe me saying what I... To say, like, oh no, she's innocent. I just checked. I'm like...
Yeah, there's no way to double check what you
Right,
see
right.
versus what you tell them you see, you know.
But there's at least, what, three of us Asaris on board? The
Yeah.
medic, me, and...
I'm gonna say the medic probably won't be able to do that just because she suffered a concussion.
Her memories are all lumpy.
The two worst things for a concussion is taking a nap and then doing a mind meld. So
Yeah, they're human. She's like pointing at a random piece of machinery.
It's like that retarded policeman video. All right, here's your ticket, and he hands him a shoe.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just a thought I'm having. I was
We'll do
wondering
it. I mean,
about
like,
mechanics. Right, but even like, to what end?
Honestly,
You
well,
know-
we know Artanix has been acting well. I'll calm you. Fucking Artanix just woke up and then went back to sleep.
he's still awake right now. I'm finishing. I'll finish here and then I'll come back to you
Okay,
guys.
like I will buzz in and tell you, hey, our boy woke the fuck up out of nowhere.
Okay.
Do you want me to come back to you?
I was gonna say yes, come back to me, but I was debating on do I stay right here or do I go in with a Trogdor? You know, should I stay out here at this situation?
I don't have the answer for it.
Right. I guess I'll on the secret channel. I'll be like, Trogdor, how you doing there?
Just monitoring everything, getting our speed up to where we need to go, pointing the ship in the right direction. I've been just busy restoring and getting us moving.
He's
again.
playing solitaire.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to figure out how free cell works.
He's playing Minesweeper. He gets like 2 clicks in, damn it.
No, he gets 2 clicks in, he finally still goes, ha ha ha, I win. He thinks that's how you win.
I found the mine.
I hit the mind and the little smiley face gets X's. Ha ha, I killed the son of a bitch.
Yeah, he thinks that's how you win.
My score.
Found a mine, that's how it works. I guess I'll stay out here for now.
Okay. I'll go up to the med bay. Artanix, you are almost as if you have no clue how you got here. What the fuck is
Well, if
going
he's
on?
been unconscious, he really doesn't have a clue how he got here.
You're when you came out of your coma before, like you were like, I'm not gonna call it coma. You were drugged basically, you know, and you were like dizzy and everything was hazy and your body felt both heavy and light at the same time. Now you feel almost completely normal. You're still kind of like figuring out like your new enhancements, but other than that, you feel fine. And you see Brusque and Creek are kind of like shitting themselves right now, seeing you awake and after you shut up, you scared the shit out of them.
The medic's probably squinting like, am I seeing this or am I just still fucking...
Yeah, out of it.
She's doing the...
Yeah. I see 3 of them.
Oh.
Callbacks. You got me.
So does it like feel weird? Like this obviously isn't my hand, or like
You're kind of trying. It's like when you step on your arm and your arm's completely numb. Like you know it's there, but you really can't do anything with it.
You
right
go
now.
to scratch your head, but you whack yourself in the face because your nerves weren't there.
Like it's attached to you, but you really haven't figured out how to like manipulate it yet.
And do I know that happened?
Yes.
Okay.
You do remember getting injured, going to the doctor, fading in and out of consciousness during your the operation before the operation, before you got put under, and then you vaguely remember waking back up and getting loaded back up onto the ship. But everything kind of in between that and in between now is almost like never happened.
I'm just kind of like
You're doing the thing in Kill Bill where it's like wiggle your toes. except this Quentin Tarantino has a hand fetish instead of a foot fetish.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of like
Oh, Quentin.
Oh, I got a little thing for you. I'll go to you and say, "Are you okay, soldier?" And it's the same. You know, like it flashes back to that when we were in the same. I had him at the gruff of the armor, and like in that building with the fucking with the elevator, and I was like, "Are you okay, soldier?" And it's like a weird like parallel.
Flashback.
Do you do that?
Yeah, I was doing that. Like, "Are you okay, soldier?" And it's that weird like what?
just getting juxtaposed.
Micah, this almost like breaks the
Your
link,
brain.
like the your brain, like you're
Joking.
kind of confused as to what's going on, like what's real. You're like, this is real, but it's familiar, but it's new. Like it's deja vu on a whole new level.
Deja vu on a whole new level, because it actually happened.
Or did it?
Or did it?
Reality is a matter of perception.
I'll just kind of say, are we on Palavan right now? And like I'm just like grabbing my forehead and just asking that out loud.
Rubbing your temples.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is Palavan in the room now?
That was really good.
I'm going back to sleep.
Am I speaking to Paladin right now?
It's okay, Micah. Paladin can't hurt you.
It can't fall on you. You can fall on it, though.
You asked that, and John, Jesse, do you have a response to
I'll feel like we were never on Palavan, buddy. I've never been myself.
Oh, there's a loop function.
I'll say, well, then where are we then?
Middle of nowhere.
Got some bad news for you, buddy.
Somebody unplugged the engines while we were trying to get to the mass relay, and well, ships kind of at odds with each other right now. I'll basically explain to him the whole situation, what's been going on. Personally, I think it's an ape with a fucking revolver. We'll find that fucker somewhere.
I think Krieg's losing it.
I hope it's an ape. Oh, yeah, I've heard about him, and I want to take one on.
I was telling him the other night, back in the 1800s, before they actually classified what apes were, and apes were fucking cryptids. They had no proof of them. Like, oh, there's these fucking monsters in Africa. They're like fucking hairy and like 8 feet tall. They will rip you to pieces.
Well, that's
They have opposable thumbs.
that's what a lot of people
Yeah.
think unicorns came from, were rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
and Cyclops, they found elephant skulls, and in the front of an elephant skull,
There's
where their
one
nose
massive-
is
yeah, where
just
the
a
trunk-
one big hole, and they thought it was a Cyclops.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the trunk goes. That's basically their big nostril.
Right.
But
I just found out that a baby elephant doesn't know how to use its trunk for the first year of its life, so it just like whips it around wildly when trying to like work. Damn you!
That's what I do to my
2
dicks.
years.
it's a picture of an elephant standing in front of a naked man, and the caption just says, "How do you breathe through that thing?"
Very carefully.
Yeah.
One little tangent. There was a scientific team. Forgot what it was, but they were able to make mice breathe through their assholes by submerging them in liquid oxygen.
Wow.
That's weird.
I want to know what led up to that discovery. Micah, you ask the room in general. Are we on Paladin? John says we're never on Paladin, and we're back on the ship, and weird shit's starting to happen. John, give me a straight D20.
10.
You're like, that doesn't help. Middle of the road.
Middle of the road.
You hear something outside of the room. You grab your shotgun.
There's something more metal.
When I grab my gun. Yeah.
I'll sidle up to the door.
Sorry, you drew it home.
You hear it's like a distant like clang, clang.
Like something being dragged on
Yep.
the floor.
Remember to flush trunk door. Okay.
Mollis, can I have a pistol? Or something.
I've got the aim of a stormtrooper right now, but
I'll toss you my. I have a.
Yeah, end of like that Firefly episode with Jane. Nice shot. I was aiming for his head. He's drugged.
I do have a pistol. I'm just not sure what it is.
Jesse,
He's on my M90 Indra. God damn it!
what's that?
The sniper rifle I picked
Oh.
up on Palavan.
Oh, big sad.
Damn it! Alright.
See, so do I not have my Tempest? That's what I'm asking. That's why I was asking earlier what stuff I picked up.
But you said we did have it.
I did say you still have that, John. If you picked it up on Paladin.
He's like, can I just erase it?
That's okay.
Jesse, you see John.
But I do have a pistol. I'll give him a pistol.
You see John. You see Krieg. Like line up next to the door with his shotgun out. What do you do?
Do none of you hear that?
Knock it his way.
None of you hear that?
What'd you say, Jesse?
Knock it his fucking way.
Not getting his way. Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll perception.
Okay.
Yeah, did we hear this down below?
You do not.
18.
Got the space spookies.
You hear something. But you're not sure if you're hearing the same thing John's hearing.
Well, what am I hearing?
You're hearing like this, you're hearing like the distant sound of a firefight.
Here we go. Okay.
For a minute, I thought you were saying like the opening of the DK rap.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That's what I was doing.
that's what I thought. Okay.
Firefight on the ship.
Gonna hurt.
I'll say. Are you talking about the gunshots?
Whoa.
I
I thought Jesse was tweaking for a
was
minute.
not
It
okay
wasn't
with
at all.
whatever that was.
I don't know why it was. Shut up.
Like this.
Hey, if we're gonna have ads, I want the sponsorship money, damn it.
It's your Twitch. So you're getting them.
Wait, I am. Wait.
Yay,
a penny.
Micah, roll to attack.
Ooh.
Dun 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 dun. Attack with what?
Just ranged.
My mind.
So
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
I'll just make a side note. This is feeling more like a Delta Green game right now.
yeah.
Nice.
You're doing this to me. Stop it.
What'd it do?
My screen. Whenever I'm not at home with my laptop, the screen will just black out every so often. It kind of defeats the purpose of a laptop being
Well, that's what mine
portable.
too. Sometimes it'll do that black screen that says System 32, and it'll be gone.
Mine doesn't even do it. It just goes black, flickers off.
The only thing I can suggest is update your video driver, but
It's not that. It's weird. It's been doing this ever since I had this laptop.
okay.
I don't know what
that's
it is. It's weird.
I got latent demons in this house. or
Yeah,
something.
because it happened when I was in
Latent
Iraq. It
demons in the
happens
ship.
when I take it to
Yeah.
work.
I'm assuming
Okay.
with a pistol it's going to be just my proficiency because I'm proficient in my
Yeah.
dex, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
Jesse, what's your AC?
Not 18.
High enough.
17.
Oh.
Micah, you, for some reason, raise the pistol. And you blink. And as you blink and open your eyes back up, you're on Palavin. You're in this semi-destroyed building, and there's a firefight happening around you, and in front of you there's a Turian wearing armor that's not your family crest, like your family's colors, and you begin to feel pressure as you start to squeeze the trigger on the pistol. John, Jesse, give me perceptions.
19.
20.
You both see this happening. John, as you're standing up against the door and you got the shotgun in your hand, you look in the corner eye, you see Micah raising his pistol to the back of Jesse's head.
I'll fortification and just body dive in front of Jesse.
Okay.
I'll crank my AC to 23.
You'll get inspiration for that. If we have inspiration, I don't know if that's in this.
Yeah, it's on there.
Whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
your game.
it is, yeah.
I was like, I don't know if it's inspiration or if it's like space inspiration.
Space inspiration.
Interstellar
We're gonna put space in front of it.
It's what annoys me in Starfinder. There's space goblins as opposed to just regular goblins. Like what? Why do we throw space in front of
they're
it?
technically all space goblins because we're all on a rock floating through space.
Don't you mean Earth goblins?
Goblins.
Goblins. I like it. Time slows down for you, John, as you see that go. And just as Micah pulls the trigger on this pistol, you jump in front of and take it to your shields. As you land on the ground, Micah, you come to. You're holding a pistol. You see Krieg lying on the floor with basically like a smoking, not a hole, but like you can see a scorch mark in his armor from where you just fired a pistol into his chest.
Jesse's in this.
Oh yeah.
Jesse, I'll give you an action, free reaction. What would you like to do in this situation?
Sabotage the pistol.
All right. Forget what the attack is for that, but go ahead and roll the things for that. Powers.
So we do have a saboteur on board.
Aha!
Sorry, Jesse.
I don't think I have to. It just says target a ranged weapon. You can see within range and sabotage internal systems. The next time the attack that's made with it has disadvantage.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's just on power.
Okay. Yeah. Insane.
I just look up and I say, "Hey, John, your pistol works."
Had to do my desk pop.
You ever done a bed pop before?
Ooh. Okay. Micah, your hand
My good
finally
hand?
becomes your own, and you like throw the pistol down on the ground.
Is that my good hand or
Your robo hand.
Robo
Okay.
hand? Is it? I don't know. Insight to see like if I'm just wigging out or if it's like something's influencing me. I guess.
Sure.
Ooh. 24.
You.
That's the look of fuck, that's a good roll.
No, that's the look of everything's falling together in perfect pieces. So your memory,
Jeremy's been doing this.
your memories come rushing back to you, and it's almost as if you're looking back on yourself in like third person. You see yourself walking down to the engineering room, entering the shutdown command into the console. You see as you grab the tool out of the locker to disconnect the power couplings, and then walking back up, hooking yourself back up to your machines and laying back down. And then you see everybody running around in panic, and almost a smirk, like uncontrollably, comes across your face, like ever so slightly. And then you see the doctor's standing there. She's not paying attention to you. Easily just knock her out right now. Stand up quietly, put your arm around her neck, hit her over the head.
Like an ape would.
I'll say, you see yourself throw an ape costume into the door.
You open the closet, there's a monkey suit.
What do we do with all these bananas now?
You hear the
and then you turn around and you see me holding up the gun with the monkey mask on.
You thought betrayal was just too appealing.
Oh, John with the fun.
Yeah.
give me that inspiration back.
Say the shit just got bananas.
You see as the after you knock the doctor out, the oxygen getting removed from the ship, and you're stuck to the table that you were sitting on, so you drag it across the floor. You're looking for something, but you can't find it. So you drag the whole table back into the med bay. Yeah. You hear the sound of the atmosphere being pumped back in to the ship, and all of your party members come rushing in. They find the doctor knocked out unconscious in the room. They see you laying down. They leave. They go somewhere else in the ship. You could care less what they're doing. You're doing what you're being told to do. And Jesse or Krieg and Bruce stay in the room with you to make sure that nothing happens to you while you're vulnerable, while something is running amok on the ship. And you are able to somehow penetrate Krieg's mind, and he hears noises outside the door of this room. You ask him for a pistol. He gladly hands it to you. Bruce is standing there, unawares, paying attention to the door, paying attention to Krieg, and then you hear the words, "Shoot him." Voice is familiar. It's the doctor.
That doctor? Or...
That's the medic. The doctor's telling you, shoot him. They'll never think it was you. You're unconscious. And you pull the trigger. You know, you see the Krogan laying on the ground.
Is this for the double decker? The upper decker and your bathroom? I'm sorry.
That was technically my brother.
That would be funny.
He's just laying down. It's like, I'm glad I shit in your toilet. What do you do?
So you said shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
I shot him. Well,
You
shot
pulled the
John,
trigger.
Yeah. I tossed the pistol down. Right?
Yes.
Well, Jesse sabotaged it, and then I tossed it down. So now I'm aware
Correct.
of what's happened.
The haze is
Maybe
gone.
not the details, but I know what's happening.
The haze is gone. You're starting to piece together that something's controlling you somehow.
I'm just... Well, I mean, you see me do all this, and I'm just gonna kind of just, like, do that, and be like, that wasn't me. I know that's hard to believe. I will just say that everything that's happening is my fault, but not my fault. Yes. And I will say, I don't know how, but the doctor is telling me to do these things, and I don't know why, and I don't know that me telling you that is safe for me at all, but...
The
I'm
doctor's
gonna...
in the room with you now.
Is the doctor in the room with me now, Jeremy?
No.
Okay.
Just a quick little interjection. I'm gonna go over comms with my brother. Brother, I heard a commotion. What's wrong? Anything wrong?
First off, Juggalo. No. No. Our Tanix is getting controlled by the doctor somehow.
Do I think it's when I'm asleep?
You're really not sure how the
Okay.
mechanics of it work.
I'm gonna motion to Jesse. Like, can you run a diagnostic on those systems again? Like, maybe we just haven't found what we're looking for. Like, there's gotta be some kind of transmission, like going out or going in.
I will say that I don't know if it has any, or because I don't know. I'll just throw it out there that I don't know if it has any correlation to when I sleep or not.
I don't know either.
Well, I'm saying that so that whatever Jesse might be looking for, if that influences him at all.
You hear furious clicking over the comm right now. Beep, boop, 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 beep. Yeah. Beep, beep, boop, brr.
Well, what if the problem isn't medical?
Yeah.
What if this is more like A psionic thing.
When we get transported to Dark Sun?
Do you want?
I know
Do
I'm
you
playing
wanna
Turk,
send-
but I'm not my Dragonborn.
Do you want to send?
Spectre.
No, you
Vandora.
Vandora. You want to send Vandora up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't interrupt the dog.
I'll radio you, and just say send Vandora up.
If he attacks again, say the word.
Juggalo?
Different word. Juggalo.
Juggalo.
Okay. Vendora, your assistance is one.
He's got comms too.
By the way, Vendora, Juggalo.
First off, Juggalo.
All the callbacks.
All right. You wanted to do a mind meld.
Right, but the other question is me just going away by myself. Should I explain to the others down here what's going on?
If you want to bring a buddy, go ahead and bring a buddy. I think we figured out what's going on here. I'll tell you, I'm 90% convinced it's something to do with Micah. I don't think there's anything.
Right, no, I'm just trying to plan out. I'll look at the others sitting around the table, like they think they might know what's going on up there.
You all heard a single gunshot.
Right.
They're concerned.
Oh, they shot the Krogan? Eh.
Which one?
You can take it.
You can take
But no, I'm looking to these NPCs and being like, sounds like they know what's going on up there. Who wants to come with me?
Spectre will go with you.
Okay. I was leaning towards the Spectre, but I don't know if the Batarian would want to.
No, the Batarian and the Krogan will stay down here just to keep an eye on Jared. It's their ship, so they want to make sure that if he's up to no good, they want to make sure he's not going to do anything that could sabotage it. There's still on edge too.
When we get into the elevator, I know it's gonna be a short trip, but I'm gonna glance at the Spectre back. So, how well do you know this doctor?
These are Mass Effect elevators. They're slow as fuck. Well, I mean, he saved my life a while ago, and
Was the doctor human?
I forget actually. Who, what, where?
I don't remember either.
Thus the anti-human racism begins.
Oh, the
I mean, we do kind of suck.
the Cerberus place is the barn, not the farm. The barn.
Ah.
The place that's on the farm.
Bob Evans.
Yeah.
I think the doctor was a human. Actually, I think he was our first human you guys really interacted with. No, there were humans on the Tornak station.
Bump, bump, bump.
You didn't get any enhancements from him, did you?
I haven't.
That you know of.
I was never unconscious when he was.
That you know of.
There.
You should give me like weird looks. It's like, what the hell's going on?
She's. She's starting to question her loyalties now. Like, yeah, she helped Artanix not die. It's great. Why would he do something to control him? Like, what end would this serve? Why would he do this? Like, is there somebody telling him to do this, or is he doing this for fun? Is he doing this because one of the crew has wronged him and he's seeking revenge? Why did he shoot? Why did he try to shoot Jesse or Bruce?
One man that can turn off the Wi-Fi signal on his heart.
He's the only one who knows how to type in conf T.
Enter killcommand.exe.
But I imagine, like I said, still a short enough trip. Just went back up, and we're probably there by now.
Yeah.
That day, so.
So you approach. You see Krieg standing there, kind of like where he got shot.
As soon as he walks through the door,
Juggalo.
Juggalo.
Well, no, everybody knows.
The specters are like, the fuck is
Protocol's
Juggalo?"
protocol.
Besides, you summoned me.
The specter's like, what's going on? You tell her. How much of this do you want to tell her? All the details? Or you want to just tell her?
I want to tell her everything, man.
Tell her everything.
Like your buddy
Old buddy, old pal.
has some Cerberus connections or something.
Yeah, it could be Cerberus. You'd think he would have tried to attack me if it was Cerberus, though, but maybe it was just the first step into getting to me was taking out everybody else.
And I try to figure out what I was looking for when I was dragging the bed.
Sure. Insight.
13.
You were trying to look for something that would cause more than just to disable the ship. You were trying to damage the ship.
Okay.
What you did in the reactor room was reversible. You want to do something that was irreversible.
Eco life.
But either you ran out of time or you couldn't find what you were looking.
Gotcha.
Maybe you recognize the air being released or something, and oh shit, I get in the bag. I don't know.
Alright, well, hey. Do your mind meld thing. If there's something wrong with his head, I know you were sorry your good head shrinks.
What do you think I could glean through this if he...
I don't know.
You're the Asari.
This is me shooting in the dark, pal.
No, the torpedo rooms. You
I was just gonna say,
dark.
just hold on to your shotgun this time. Because I imagine you were unconscious during the procedure. It's not like I could get anything from that. You're already certain it's the doctor. I mean, I guess the most I could look for is anything else that would,
Betray intention, maybe?
yeah.
I was thinking maybe psychosomatic, subconscious, programming. I don't know.
Is that something even in the rules here?
I'm trying to figure out what power would be. I think it might just be a insight. I think to house rule it, I think Asari would have an advantage on insight checks, or would gain a bonus to insight checks when doing this as a once per long rest insight check.
Mind meld.
Oh, has it got a
As
roll?
an action, you can attempt to transfer or receive thoughts from another organic creature within 2 meters. If this creature is unwilling, it must make a wisdom saving throw equal to A plus blah blah blah. If it fails, you can successfully begin the meld, initially learning surface thoughts of the creature. It sounds like it's going to be basically detect thoughts.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Alright.
If you have an active mind meld, you can attempt to probe deeper into the creature's mind as an action. If you do, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, emotional states. Alternatively, you may use your action to direct questions at the target creature to naturally shape its course of thoughts. Lasts for about a minute. Unwilling creatures make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of their turns. On a successful save, the meld ends.
Okay, so yeah, it's just detect thoughts.
Basically.
I'm assuming you're willing.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and
Embrace eternity.
breathe eternity.
Embrace eternity.
I guess. Just be gentle. It's my first.
Have any of you have you like
I've had a busy day.
I know your family name's Creed, but I can't think of it.
Ramrod.
Ramrod. Have you ever seen an Asari do like the mind meld thing before?
No.
Probably not. So it's just like as you see our eyes kind of go black as I do this, like.
Start foaming at the mouth.
All right, so what do I find?
You find basically his what do you call it?
Oh, not my Omni tool password.
You find his search history.
It's one,
Oh no!
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the same as my luggage.
His
You found his new porn folder he has.
Jesse might be able to help me out with the terminology for this, but basically, like his self-control has been like damaged. Somehow the doctor was able to find like the point in his brain that like disconnects his ability to
A hypothalamus.
like self-govern itself. Like he just goes into periodic fits of just having uncontrolled
like a sleeper agent.
Because you only watch one
Kind
episode,
of.
he wouldn't get this. He's River.
like you know how you have like your id, your ego, and all that stuff. But like there's something, I think there's another term for that, where it's basically like your Jesse went to
Super
psychology.
ego?
No, it's I can't. It's basically what tells you what's right and what's wrong.
Dude, there's a whole freaking comic series about this that's really awesome. I forget what it's
Like our
called.
morality.
It's the
Kind
four,
of.
It's the four
Impulse
context.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impulse
So,
control, right?
so basically, like you see something and you're just like, I could just do that. Like your self-preservation complex. When you're driving down the road and you're like, I could just turn fucking into traffic. Like you've kind of that
Those
ability.
intrusive thoughts.
The intrusive thoughts have kind of like they win from time to time with you now, and the doctor is somehow taken that ability to resist those intrusive thoughts from you. So you see a lot of, not really rage, but just like kind of like from time to time we just like revert back to like a simpler lizard brain, basically.
Kind of
Like I could just do this. I don't have consequences. And then, but after a while it'll snap back into it, and he's like, "Oh shit, what have I done?" Right? So, like the doctor was just sitting there. I can knock her out. Oh, what if I just unplug these things? Look, cool, fun. Oh, there's a gun in my hand. There's a guy's hand there. Boom.
He's a
So-
2-year-old.
So there's a whole comic book series that's been going on for a while now. It's called Crossed, and it's exactly that. There's like a virus that takes over humanity slowly or whatever, and you get this cross burned in your face, and you literally just give in to your desire, like exactly what you're explaining. Like, oh, I could just stab this person. Oh, we're in a plane. I could just open the door and let all of pressure out. Like,
Hell yeah.
but
I haven't
yeah,
read that, so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's what you.
You need to watch some Fire now, though.
Okay.
Anyway.
Important question is we're gonna fix this.
Yeah, I assume I'm only detecting that. I don't think Asari really have any way of fixing brains this way.
Fix it, fix it, fix it. I can't fix it, you asshole.
I don't find any other hidden messages that he's not like remembering or.
No, it's not like he's got like an activation sentence or anything like that. It's just he sees something that he wants to do and he does it.
My dog was cold on Tuesday.
Hey, Micah. That's the
That was
trigger
the
word.
activation
Every
phrase.
time we've been saying Juggalo, he tweets. Oh.
God, I wish I would have been that clever.
It's just like triggers it on, and then you guys say it back, and it triggers.
Yeah.
It real quick.
So nothing makes sense because we're the catalyst. Oh shit.
So yeah, that's what you've discovered. It's not a piece of technology. It's just almost like a science experiment. But why would the doctor do that?
Sometimes we ask ourselves if we can, but not if we should.
Well, what the doctor doing?
What's the doctor doing?
Yeah, I'll. I guess when it ends, I'll let Jesse know what happened in that brain of Artanix.
In that brain of his.
What's his brain in there doing?
Brain. What is brain?
Brain?
Narf.
It's a Star Trek reference.
Jesse, give me a.
It's kind of a. It's a
medicine
series
check.
episode. It's kind of a bad one. But
Goes to
what are the-
mind meld. It's just me just saying butter dog.
What's the people
Put the
love
butter on the dog.
it's just the monkey with the symbols.
You knew it. It was always the grill all the time.
That's Trogdor.
Yeah.
24.
You've heard of like severe trauma doing similar damage, and there are treatments for it. Nothing you can do on the what's that?
No, there is something we can do with the equipment on the ship.
Lead deficiency.
Lobotomy.
You lobotomize a Turian. I don't.
Lobotomize anything.
This type of procedure will probably require somebody on the Citadel to conduct this procedure. You're not going to be able to do anything on the ship with the tools you have right now. It's far too invasive and risky to do it without the proper equipment. And with that, I think we're going to end it tonight.
Jeff, we have a conundrum.
How much experience you guys sitting at right now?
45.
45?
Yeah.
Go up to 75. I think the next little milestone, you guys will level up.
Sweet.
What level do you guys at?
The next time I
5.
cause problems
5.
for the whole party.
So do I.
Micah, you owe everybody donuts.
More than that by now.
I low-key was hoping for him to go one more time attacks and we had something lined up. Not to kill you or nothing, but...
What was that, Jesse?
At level 6, I get to make drugs.
Nice.
Okay, Walter.
Skooma Puma returns.
What are you doing, Walter? Walter, put your pants back on, Walter.
John, I'm so glad you were like, I grabbed him by his chest and I asked
I
him,
thought it'd be a cool
so
story moment. It'd be like,
Yeah.
it was a cool story one because it's pretty much what I was going for, and I mirrored it with him attacking Jesse.
yeah,
That was
I lined
fantastic.
up pretty well.
So did my shot.
I enjoyed being the man behind the computer.
Yeah.
Every good movie's got one of them,
I
right?
enjoyed shutting up a Spectre.
No, you.
Yeah.
You're stupid. No, you big stupid head.
Awesome. Alright, well, everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight. I know we had a lot of lurkers tonight. Broctimus Prime, as always, thank you for everything. Hey, ma'am. Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
We don't need you around. Whatever.
It's starting to sound like Brock. Oh!
Oh no, tonight wasn't werewolf.
Well, that's why he was here.
That's true. But also again, big shout out to Schizo Freak for rating us. Schizo has actually rated us kind of the last few times we streamed D&D. So yeah, big shout out. He's also DMing a Mass Effect campaign, and he had some dealings with Cerberus tonight. So
Nice.
I'm like, ooh, we're all in the same universe tonight. Awesome.
I mean, they're space Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, everybody have a great week. Are we planning on meeting next weekend? I know it's a
I was
holiday
gonna
Thursday,
ask.
but
I have the day off, so.
I'm
I'm
free.
kind of tentative on plans, but I don't know exactly. So
Okay.
I can do it next weekend, but the following, probably not.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
yeah, the second and third I'll be at work. So
Okay. So let's try to plan if we can for next week, and then the following weekend we'll do a break or game night or board game night or something. So, okay, so potentially catch us next weekend. And Brock asks, are you streaming, Jared, on Wednesday or going out? I know it's the biggest bar night of the year. I am going out Wednesday. I might try to finagle something Thursday. There's, I don't know if anybody here is interested, maybe, probably not, but they do have like this glow parade thing downtown that I got a couple of coworkers wanted me to go to and, you know, check them out or whatever. So I probably will not be out here Wednesday, but I'll maybe figure something out. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, DM Jeremy, for a hell of a whodunit meeting tonight. That was a lot of fun.
Y'all said Among Us. I'm like, good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was totally thinking. I was totally thinking Mansions of Madness, like the airship one, where like we're trying to figure out who did what, you know. But but
the one where Jesse's always right, but no, isn't.
where Jared always gets murdered by a fucking fish person. Okay.
This time John almost got murdered. Okay, by a bird person.
All right. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. Y'all are awesome. Especially, we were floating around like almost 10 people all night tonight, give or take. You know, people coming and going. So, anyway, have a great weekend, everybody, and
we'll keep the wagon on for you.
perfect. Have a great weekend, everybody. See y'all later.
Bye.